right? That's what they say. Ain't that right? Y'all been seeing that weather? Man, that stuff devastation, water rising. Ain't that right? They look at leverage to break and everything else. White people got to pay. I keep telling these folks they got to pay. It's only right. White people got to pay. They done a lot of wrong. I mean, it's, I can't feel sorry for the nation. And only thing I do is I pull out for the people of Elohim. I do. And for people that minded to acknowledge Elohim. I can't worry about it. No more than Noah could worry about it when he was on the ark. No more than Lut and his daughter and his Banu could worry about when they came out of Sodom. You done heard the sound of the Turu. Isn't that right? You could have hearkened to save your life, your Kai, but if you sat there and you stay, then you're going to get restitution. Everybody here on this side, this your chance to get right. You can sit around and folk be like, oh, it's so terrible what's happening to the people. No, it's terrible that people of Elohim suffer. When these people out here and they suffer, the book told you let none of you suffer as an evildoer. Ain't that right? Or a busybody in other men's mouth. The book done told you to do that. I mean, if people that going to suffer, they're going to be afflicted in that. But they're going to get up and resurrect with those of Elohim. If people that going to suffer for that, and when their resurrection comes, it's going to be down in the pits. Ain't that right? Ain't no power on the second resurrection if you ain't out with Elohim. Y'all all right? Yes, man, when Elohim come back, we going to ride like yeast. Ain't that right? We got to levitate. It's about levitation. And in magician, that's always been a thing with magician. People look to see what they call people to levitate. Get them to rise up. People been trying to do it a long time. That's how flight came into play. Levitation been something we've been looking at a long time. The only way to do it correctly is to be found in Elohim. That's right. So that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm working on. That's what I'm serving on. Eternal Kai. Ain't that right? I want to be found in him, blameless, when he come back here. I know judgment coming. I done thought about the thing, consider everything. There's a lot of works. There's a lot of religion. And I tell any man, any woman, anywhere, you got a right to hold what you believe. If I was you, I'd make sure I ain't wrong. That's why I'm coming here. I'm looking, I'm examining. If I can find where Mr. Yahuwah done crossed himself up some kind of way, and something don't come to be what he said it is, then I ain't got to believe it. I won't believe it. It's the fact that I found to be just continually accurate. Accurate depiction. Anybody came along and told her we didn't told her. Like he said, if it be in it, let them declare it. The rest of these people religion, all faulty. These people sit around here, you follow Islam, they give you a genie. The Muslims believe in genies. Yeah, they believe the genies are protectors in your houses. See, that's why when who gave you that? The French gave you that mess. One of these rotten religion, one of these rotten people, they gave that stuff. They took it from them. That's why it's an Arab. You never know whenever you see the genie got them puffed out blower, them MC Hammer pants. Genie time. There's a dad go there too. There's a dad go with it. That's why they give it to you. And the Muslims believe it. They believe a genie. They believe that genies are used and kept. If you know what's amazing when I look at this stuff. You honestly, how many of y'all remember the show I Dream of Genie? Where do y'all remember her staying at? Where do y'all remember the bottle staying at? In the house. That's what the Muslim believe. Now you ask yourself, why would white people give you a show about a genie that only stays in the house? That's a Islam belief. That's the belief of Islam. But just think about it. I grew up. How many of y'all grew up watching it? Y'all know that she always stayed at home. People would steal the bottle and try to take her away, but she would always stay at home. That's what they believed, that genies were there to keep evil spirits out of the house. If you remember, her cousin would come there and try to do stuff. Remember, Genie had a supposed cousin? I thought it had the black hair. Her cousin would try, and she would always try to get him out of trouble. But see, a little show that we took for comedy, we were sitting here and we were practicing white people religion. That's how I totally get you. Thing with white folk, it's just like a cute little show with a white woman with her stomach out. They knew exactly. But look how accurate it is to what they believe. Whenever any one of them other evil genies would come, she would have to fight them off and try to get him out of a mess. He would need her to get him out of a mess. They were putting their religion right in our face. That's why you can't play. Listen, you can't play with these people. That means you're calculated. It'd been different to just say they weren't thinking and Genie was everywhere. The bottle would be everywhere. it stayed in his house. See, something you don't pay attention to. You got to watch these. I told y'all, these people are a whole lot smarter than what you're thinking. I remember I grew up watching Bewitched. If you grew up in any other time, you had to watch Bewitched. That's how they get you. If you was a kid, you grew up watching Casper the Friendly Ghost. They always, because you know the psyche is, ghosts were considered to be evil spirits. Witches were considered to be evil. They always would give you a good one, so you said they're not all bad. Ain't that right? That's how they get you every time. They always eat something wrong in and make it appear to be as though it's not all bad. That's how like y'all get sucking into stuff. Because you'll think some of it's good when it's all wrong. Just like there's some good sinners and some bad sinners. It's got to be, if it's a good witch and a bad witch. It's got to be some good sinners and bad sinners. So you don't want to look at it like that. But that's the whole psyche why they give you this different stuff. That's why I told them, when you watch television, you got to watch it intelligently. Even when you watch the news, when you find all the talking heads saying the same thing, you got to watch it. It's an agenda. It's an agenda these people folks and they got you on. You got to watch everybody. People playing with your mind. I don't know. I don't listen to no music, no other stuff. When I listen to my radio, I'm listening to talk radio more than anything. I'm going to watch them. I'm going to listen to both sides. I'm going to listen to Republican. I'm going to listen to 750 mostly. Then I'm going to come back over to 1380 when they got reception. 1380 going to be nigga news. Yeah, that's right. 4 to sundown. 6 o'clock, then can't hardly make out, now you had to cut it off. Isn't that right? Them early daytime. So these people get, you got to know when to listen to them. You look at 8 o'clock in the morning, most people going to be 750, 680. They're going to tell you, we're going to get you to work. They already polishing you up. All the way to work, they get you, so they keep you, that's why they keep getting that traffic information. So you say, well, I just listen to it for traffic. At the same time, I'm working your mind, working your psyche. So I got to get you massaged up for the next people going to come in and work you from now. So you'll finish up when you get in the house, when you get in the computer, you go to work, you can let stuff play in the background so you can still listen and work. Like I said, whistle while you work, you can listen while you work. And they just keep working the whole time. They don't know that. That's why you don't pick those stations up. Democrat, Republican, you're trying to get the people to cross over. Huh? Clear, action, truth, all that stuff. These people don't know what no truth is. If it's white involved, it's going to have you full and packed of lies. Y'all saw the news, they got what, 11 killed in Virginia Beach? What, they got 14 dead? I think it's like 11 dead. 11 dead, 4 wounded. So what happened in Virginia Beach? Was this on the beach or was this Virginia Beach to Virginia Beach? A municipal building? Somebody white. Nigga, we pretty much just kill each other. Or the wrong nigga. White people, letters, email, social media, and just start killing MFs. Calculated, cold. 11 people just shot up and killed. White people just can't. Y'all, let's start happening between you and that person. Don't involve all of us. White people have some of the craziest sagas I ever heard. I just don't know. Y'all can do some stuff I just don't know. It's just crazy. I mean, y'all can be like passive, won't whip your kid, then you just come out saying you'll kill all the kids. I mean, I don't get it. You don't whip your kid, then you want to kill all the kids. What's the mixture? I mean, go figure. Some of the stuff they do, it just don't make sense. It's crazy. I remember the guy, he had left his wife, he had married somebody else, he got married, and he came over to the ex-wife house and climbed in the bed with her, and then she was like, no, she didn't want to do it. I'm trying to figure. So you let your ex-husband who married another woman come in here and climb in the bed with you, you don't want to do it. So the dog got in the bed, he was like, shoot. She heard the dog like, ooh, ooh. He went at the dog, he was horny. I mean, yeah. But then I found out that's a black thing too, I guess. Yes, it's wild out here. These animals just not safe. Y'all see they don't show no more Smoking the Bear commercial. When I was growing up, Smoking Bear used to wear a hat. That joke got on, he got a protective gear around his behind. That man got an ephod. Smoking the Bear had to tie something. That joke catch him over the wood, they be like, man, that thing look nice back there. Ain't nobody safe. The animal not safe now. It's wild out here. I don't know what's going on. The black one got like the white one. Yeah. Kissed the dog on it. I ain't never been to kissing no dog. I tell you one time my dog woke up. I had this was a little brown poodle we had. Sitting there, man, it was a male dog. The girl I was living with, she got the dog. Clumsy, stupid. Every time she watched, she step on the dog. Dog so clumsy. I was so irritated that dog. I lay on that pillow, I was asleep. That bouncer lay on that pillow like that with me. Oh my eye, that bouncer on my eye. We looked up. He looked. I eased on that ground to get that belt. It was a belt laying there. That joker jumped there. He looked like that. I beat that joker all through the bed. I beat him all through. I was so pissed. I had to go to the bar and get me something to drink. I come back home. He was sitting in the corner, and he done messed in the corner. He still sitting there shaking. I called the guy. Said, man, come get this dog before I kill him. He gave me all my money back, though. Apparently, he liked dogs. I don't kill that bastard. I was just saying, he was clumsy, just stupid. That's the dumbest dog I done seen. He couldn't have lived much longer. I got my money back. But I just didn't get it. I don't know what all this life say. I got my money back. Man, that's your dog. He came, rescued the dog, gave my money back, took the dumb old dog with him somewhere. Used to have a dog, too. How many of y'all had dogs? How many of y'all love your dog? Yeah, so I take all kinds. I hated all my dogs. I guess because I was always into myself or something. I don't know. I just always, I ain't have time. Dogs just held me back. You know what I'm saying? They would hold you back. You had to feed them. I just grew up, I got in trouble all the time. Because when I come home, man, it's go out in the street, run, hit the street, shoot ball, we were doing stuff. And that dog was like, from here about where Craig was in the backyard, I was like, by the time I go out there, man, it be dog. I was like, well, in my mind, it's like, man, ain't got time right there fool with no dog, man. I gotta go. My dad be ready to break my neck when I get home. Dog gotta be fed, dog gotta be watered before you do anything else. I be like, this dog need to die. I like, this joke take up a lot of my time. So, you get home, you ain't got but so long. When that sun get set down, it's time to get in the house. You losing daylight. Fooling with got to run out here and water. I had to take a water hog money stuff, drag it out there. I went there one day, I put the water down, and the dog couldn't reach it. My daddy was pissed. I put the water in, I was like, when you're a kid, you're just airhead. I looked at, I put the water in the bowl. I wasn't thinking about the dog can reach it. The dog in the water worked that out. I had to go. I just wanted to be out in that street, though. I don't know, some of y'all don't grow up in that different area. Y'all don't grow up in a house shelter. As soon as you walk outside, sun hit you, you're like a vampire, you die. I grew up in the sun, in the heat, outside. That was it. Man, I heard a lady on the radio talking about that. She was talking about her kid, white lady too. She was talking about how she whipped kids, how they grew up. She was like, when I grew up, she said, we was outside. You came in the house one time, they let you know. You come back in the house, stay in the house. You're done. Listen. I don't know what it was. You ain't have to poop. You piss outside, and the best water in the world was that water out that house. Yes, when you cut that thing on the side of that house, and that thing run, and somebody drank that mud, that mud, they be like, nah, I ain't getting it. You drunk that mud. And when that thing run, and you put your mouth right there, and listen, your belly get full of that cold water. You don't want it till you're outside. I don't know why we wouldn't go in the house and your mom and dad be saying, your dad said, go get us some water, and you just go outside and get some. Let me get my dad. He'll be proud of me. Then you'll get killed. That's only for play. Man, you be outside it was never too hot you couldn't do something. You start making up stuff. After a while, we start smoking leaves. We found, man, you get some brown paper, because grocery came in brown paper sack. So you get the lead pine, because grown folks to smoke everything you couldn't do, because grown folks smoke. You have to see what they say, this grown folks stuff. They drink this grown folks stuff. I said, they grown. We get roll it up, we did back there, we just lighting up like we were smoking. Y'all, who used to do that? I know this new era now, they probably was smoking. Y'all, you can't use plastic. They've been using them plastic bags. That's right, they're going to give you brain poison. Man, we grew up, we had good fun back then. I remember we used to catch lightning bugs. And wait till the end, light up on, get them, and you put them on your ear like hell. Yeah, you might have put them on your ear, put on like that with earrings, your ears light up. Some of them, we used to catch them, but we used to eat them. No. Not that one. Man, we growed up, man, it was fun, man, to be outside. That's all you did. Like now, what kids made out now, I want to let y'all stay outside no longer than 5 minutes. That's about all it take. You ain't break nothing, didn't nobody get hurt. You did, you fixed it right out there. Even if you throw the rock and hit you come here. Because everybody know what happened. They go out crying. Son, throw the rock. Everybody sit outside. Like Florida on Good Time when James died. Yeah. You knew, don't let them, whatever you need to give them, don't go in the house. We all going to have to go in the house. Yep. That thing be rough. They holler, everybody coming in, you like, goodness. But you had people screw stuff up and do that though. But outside was fun. I don't know, these kids now, I don't know, they responsible enough now. Man, I remember we had a tree house one time. I don't know how we got that stuff up there, but we did it. I remember we escaped out the window one time. My friend, his mama gonna whip him. We was in their bedroom. We locked the door. He said, man, come on, going out the window. We escaped out the window. His mama just stayed out there at the door. I was just in the middle. I wasn't getting whipped. I didn't know what happened. I didn't know. My mom and dad said, I'll whip you. It's coming. My sister would run. I never ran. All they're going to do is get you killed. Yep. Come and stay. That run stuff is all death. Yeah. I think I might have climbed under bed one time, and all of a sudden, I could feel myself getting Man, I remember one time, I can tell you now, I remember one time we was up on the man, my sister was so excited, we had a light, and we exploring. Up on the bottom of the bed, just looking, had that little light, just looking, had a little light, looking up on the mattress, looking. And there was this little net stuff hanging up on the box spring. That thing said, that bed. Man, I remember we moved in the house. That's when we moved from 1 Avenue. Boy, I was scared to death. Boy, y'all talking about getting them bed, they were getting them things. I was like, oh my goodness. They gonna say that thing burn on the bottom. They missed it. Now I kept that bed, man, shoot. That bed stayed up there with about 19. That's what I'm just telling now. Y'all don't tell him regretting. Well, you kid, you do some dumb stuff. We have sugar water. You just find stuff to do. Y'all ever had sugar water? Yes, sir. Man, put your little vinegar in there with it and get it, and we should call it Bill. Because they had to tell you, but grown folk stuff. They got water, sugar. Man, you make up stuff. And because when you put the vinegar in the water, it kind of look like a little Bill. Think around here, you can't. Hold on, y'all didn't make up stuff like that. When you're a kid, man, you didn't have the vinegar water. Y'all didn't, man, sugar water. When a nigga run out ain't got no Kool-Aid, you made sugar water. Oh, we had some time, man. Goodness, boy, with time. Cook a hot dog, get raw. Y'all ever ate a raw hot dog straight out of the refrigerator? Y'all ever ate a raw hot dog? Boy, you ain't ate yet. Boy, you walking in there, get that thing, right that thing. Get them going on out the door, that thing. He ain't got time. Yeah, stall on that. Boy, eat that thing, now you get the worm. We grew up with them. Man, I don't know how that nigga buy a bag of hot dog about that long. Cheap, I don't care how you boil and beat it, it don't swell up or nothing. It be the same size. All they do is get red. Man, we cook it over trash. We eat it. Trash couldn't hurt it. Man, we get a hanger, had to burn the trash. We just get a hanger. We like just hang it over the trash. Let that little trash fire hit a little bit and turn. Start in. You a nigga, you ain't wait long. Nah. We ain't like let it get barbecue. We were niggas. You can eat it raw, so you just do that just to say you done something. Yeah. I'm telling you, it be fun. Y'all ever catch them June bugs? And tie that string, tie that thread around that leg. They don't know nothing about it. They don't know about that June. You know that June bug? Don't, girl, you don't know nothing about that June. Listen. Pretty, it was a pretty, it had like a green and blue on it. You tie a string on his leg, and he make that noise. Listen, man, about the rest of the day, you ain't got tired. That nigga come up missing. That's enough of that. I don't know if we killed him or what. I don't know why a nigga get tired. That's enough of this plan. We need to kill something. Then you move to killing stuff. Man, we to hunt deal with a BB gun. We were too stupid to know a deer could kill you. Yeah, going to there, seeing a deer got a BB gun. You had all hunting wood. Man, that nigga got like, y'all niggas dead. Don't run. Don't run, nigga. Man, them niggas could have killed us back then. But I guess they didn't know we were stupid. Man, we did a lot of stuff. Played them firecrackers. I wouldn't let y'all play with none. Man, we just light them things and throw them. We just light it. Light them things. You light, so you like, pop. Then if the stem gone, you break it on in the middle and light it. Mama, we'd run, throw the thing, we'll light them and run, throw them. I lit that thing and run it and forgot to throw it. That was a pow! Hold on, y'all ain't never been popped by no. Woo, that thing hurt that hole. I don't know how that stupid stuff happened. I was doing so good. That thing, wow! Man, your face just be pulsating. That thing, man, that was rough. But see, back what we made up, you ain't going to the house. Because you go in the house, you're going to explain what happened. Just stay out there and leave it. Everybody stay out there and leave it alone. Man, we did. Y'all remember they used to you take a fork and stick it in the ground like it used to rain and the sun come out. They say you stick a fork in the ground. I mean, the devil beating it wild. They used to tell y'all remember that? Man, I remember. Yeah, they used to tell us that stupid stuff. Man, they had a fork out. They told me, they like, get that fork, you listen to the devil. I got that fork, man, God, that thing was hot. Them bastards had them burnt the fork up and had me to pick that thing I'm going to listen. Burnt. Yeah! Couldn't go in the house either. My aunt had that window in the country. They ain't have no screen. Some of the ones that have no screen, bugs know how far to come. Yeah. Them boys, the fly, that nigga ain't got nowhere. This nigga brought back. Bro, man, I got to stay outside. Man, it was rough. Man, it was rough. It was just rough. Man, she filled that bathtub up, boy. All y'all had to get in that bathtub. Her kid feet wasn't made right. Cause they been in the country, go all summer without shoes. They foot didn't have the right formula to be made for a shoe. Man, them big foot nigga had this much foot laying out the tub. Man, that water be just nice and brown and thick. And you want to do it white. All she bought was cheap white soap. I don't know, Irish soap. That's it. I still can smell it. I hate that soap. Country folk love that cheap Irish. You remember that cheap Irish? See, we up here, we used to use Irish Spring, Coast. Yeah, we'd have stuff. We didn't get that Louis, and Dove. Dove was on the commercial. I don't buy Dove now. Nigga, when you seen that white woman take a dip and put on her body Dove, you know you couldn't afford that. Anything a white woman didn't use but a little bit of it show a commercial. Irish didn't have no, that thing ain't have a commercial. That's what you get. It be about that tall, you get about $4 to $5 for $1. You know, in the country, that white soap so cheap, you wash your hair. We ain't no shampoo in the country. Irish can wash your behind, wash your soap, and if you want to be real cough and thrifty, you can brush your teeth with it. Listen, they ain't buy all that stuff. That was it. And it be just the black folk wash their hand with it, be on the dog and that. That thing said right there, just peel them, start washing with it. Country was rough, boy. But that thing major now. It had some good time, I don't remember. But it was rough. Man, we come up through that country. I think every kid ought to go and live in the country for a little while. Get an outhouse. Yeah. Man, once you come out when that outhouse get through with you, boy, you appreciate a clean toilet, sure enough. Man, I don't know how you clean an outhouse. That just fit. Man, you be back there, your behind is sitting through a wooden hole. Yellow, you could have met, listen, yellow jacket, flying all but like, listen, you got to poop and look. How many of y'all can't imagine that? Man, I grew up on that thing. That time, you remember them yellow jacket be behind that thing flying? Listen, man, there be so many yellow jacket flying, and the door got cracks in it. It don't close flat. The bottom part usually miss. Remember they go in there, man, they start hollering. Call my grand, there's a snake in there. Boy, again, that's the only place you gonna miss at. Or you gonna do it in your clothes. Trying to tell you, man, it was rough down there. That was them time right there. Get you some of that good old fresh rusty bucket well water, clean and right. That thing make it right. Ain't nothing like rusty bucket well water. How many of y'all drunk out them wells? Goodness. You drunk out a well? In New York, y'all had a well. And you used to drink out the well. They had an outhouse. So you pooped on yourself. Was you down there for the summer or for the day? Hold on, let me get this straight. She wasn't drunk well water all summer and she ain't pooping up. She said when she went to get some water, by the time she came back, they upgraded the house and moved the toilet. All that for little old you, huh? Now that was serious though. These young people, they couldn't imagine stuff like that. Now all that stuff where I grew up on, All that stuff growed up, and the trees just overtook it. You can't even go back, and it's like, I've been down there some years ago, and looked at it, it's just like, it's hard to believe we used to be out in that place. Trees just grew all through it. But that stuff make it, though. I had a good time somewhere in my mind. It's better. I had some good, I enjoyed the country till I was able to go to the club. First time I walked in the club, I was 14 years old. I said, I think I can hang out with y'all a little while. That man looked at me, and that man took my money and let me come on in. It was every week I want to go to the country. That changed my whole life right now. 14 years old, I'm in the club. Doing my thing, son. I would have brought you there. You messed up something. And I wouldn't take him now. But I tell y'all what, though. The country, everybody get a country. Not to go to no club. They get that little discipline, though. They taught you how to speak. They didn't taught you respect. I remember I walked in the house one time. My granddad was on the porch. There was some more people. They said, Said, boy, just walk in the house. Don't even have to speak, man. They call my granddad Mr. Man. Told him, get back out here. I said, what the world happened? I had to speak to all them old people on the porch. They ain't past stuff. They throw that stuff at my granddad. They just said, boy, walk out. Don't even have to speak. My granddad, that's the first time my granddad ever been pissed with me. Except for that time I was drunk. I was in that bed, and he said my knees went in back. I was so drunk, man. We came home, man. I had been out with my cousin and one or two. I'd come home, man. They had the wordplay to spend the night at. My other two cousins, they jumped in the bed together, and I had to sleep with my granddad. I said, God, man, I got to get in bed. My granddad slept with overall. I thought my granddad had skin. The whole body. That thing buttoned up all the way through. That joker always pissing in the middle of the night. He had sound like somebody throwing peas in the pot. You're like, give me that saying, that man is pissing. The hair rolled through the cover. Like, please don't let granddad touch him. And my cousin, they talked about my granddad so bad. He had selective hearing. They like, man, he out in the bed with granddad. Said Joe got on turpentine, being gay. He said, you like a man, granddad gonna blow up. Man, I bust down, I tried to hold on shaking. They just, boom, be still, boom, boom. I'm drunk, the man just hit me. I'm like, what is wrong with this man? Man, I tell you what, boy. About 4 o'clock in the morning, I couldn't sleep for now. I ain't know what was wrong. I said, that nigga working me on. That joke had been hitting me, man. He woke up, he couldn't sleep. He said, guard your knees, son. I can't sleep. He wouldn't let me sleep. I'm like, they ain't bothering me. That's the last time I slept with my granddad. Man, ran me crazy. He was a nice old man, though. I tell you, but y'all need to go. Y'all want to go to the country? We can build a little country, little house. Y'all go down there and stay. I want to build an outhouse for them. We put one at the farm. Yeah. Listen, when y'all come to the outhouse, y'all be a lot more decent. Man, you sit there, you use that outhouse, yeah, man, you feel right. There's something about when you don't sit on some wood. Lean back. See, I won't let him go in there. It's going to either crush or go back. If you follow that man, you done. That man will kill off all the bee population. But that'd be good for them to go down there. Once we get y'all down and let y'all like learn how to pick and learn how to harvest in and do little stuff. Let y'all sit on the porch in that good old country. I don't know. It didn't seem as hot as it is now, did it? It was hot back then too, but it seemed like that. I don't know, so I get hotter. Cause they got up now, we so active. Man, you ain't have, listen, you went on somebody's house and they had a fan in the window. Oh my goodness, boy. Man, they come, listen, a fan in the window in the country. Boy, that's hot cotton now. That's hot cotton now. You done elevated yourself. Very few folk had air conditioning. They did. It'd be way on the other side. And you got to wait for it to wrench right. It'd be weeks for that thing. Well, a cousin air conditioning, it didn't serve everybody sit. Them old fat folks sit right in front and block that little thing down. They ain't gonna reach none of the rest of the house. The country, a fan in the window. Man, that was good living for a nigga, boy. You can get that good country out, let your window up and all. We don't do that now. Don't let up no window. Y'all let up window, nigga been crawl through it. We don't know. That stuff done changed. You don't know what too much stuff out here now. Man, we done lost all that good little living we did. Some of y'all done grew up so city, see, you done missed out on some of the little finer things. I learned a lot in the country, though. The real wise people down there, you just don't know it, though. A lot of city people, and I believe you look at city people dumb. They just don't know they're dumb. They do some dumb stuff. You don't know you're dumb till you sit down there long enough and really watch stuff. You watch people do, and it look like to you watch them people, you say this is just stupid. But it make a lot of sense. You get older, you can learn to appreciate a lot of stuff. I appreciate a lot of things I did learn down there. I still don't know why I liked it, but I did like it. I just got, selective memory. Everybody all right with that? All right, we're going to try to move on. For the reason I had my back down memory lane. Rudy from the country, here's a perfect example. Ain't that right? You learned a lot from the country, didn't it? So now we're going to stay in the city. And so, Mike, then you grew up in the country. You grew up in Albertville? Alabama. What you learned from the country? He said, what? Share some of that knowledge with us. That's what I thought. Everybody just stay in the city. We'll be all right. No, that's all right. It is, though. They teach you respect, though. A lot of folks, we done lost that respect. We have. We done grew up around here now. Our young folk don't realize respect. Especially when you see older people around. You did stuff now. Older people can't. You learn to count it. These guys, you say something to them now, they'll run that mouth the wrong way. You want to have to bust one in their head on. It is. It used to be a time older people around, it's just certain stuff you didn't do it around them. Somebody says somebody grown with something, you learn to shut it up. I ain't going to say people weren't bad. It's just certain stuff you just didn't do. Then you were more reluctant. You were more prone to help people, too. The country talks about that. People will help each other. Like up here, you learn people don't help each other. If people knew your family, that would give you some credits with people. If people say they know your mama and know your dad and know your great uncle, they be naming our folks and telling how long they'll know. That'd be good for you. Folks will put that name on you and be like, that's such and such. And their name was good. That'd be good unless you screw up. Unless you be that bastard kid that belong to them. It is though. When you had a good, your mom and dad had a good, my granddad had a good name. So they used to call her Man Clay. They call her Man Clay. That's that Man Clayton boy. So they give you some credit with people. People kind of nodded that. They're like, because he carried himself in a way where folk respected him. So people look for something to be out unless you were just that devil of Man Clay. So a lot of times folk don't realize how important it is. Even the book tell you how a good name would rather be chosen. See, the country talks about it. Your name means a lot in the country. Up here, people don't care nothing about this stuff. See, folk down there in the country, you did a lot of stuff off of credit. And they want always receipting paper. Folk take your word and say they're going to do that. And folk don't see a lot of acreage that a lot of older black people got. A lot of them got that stuff just off their name. No credit. Wasn't no credit. White folk walking to them say, this such and such right here. Say, go ahead and give him that. And let them know, say, he a good fella. And the bank will give these people a loan based off. See, white folk and some black people have so-called Negro have gotten loans off of their credit, just off their name. See how they start getting you now, they start compiling stuff over paperwork saying that you were late, but you paid. I'd rather have somebody late than somebody that don't pay. So people had a name, people knew their word meant something. If you told people you were going to do something, that's what you do. So a lot of older blacks, they didn't understand how credit and stuff worked. They knew how credit was. They go, the people knew them and they knew the people, and the people would let people get stuff under their name. They don't know about no junk you put on no paper and put no numbers and base it off your debt load, that drop it, or how many folk done inquired about you, that drop it. So they put that up the whole so-called Negro back. See, the credit card company and the credit agency, they can get you now for the fact they look at too many people looking at you. And to me, that make you not credit worthy. If anything, it'll make me credit worthy. Then many folk inquiring about me. Ain't that right? See, all these schemes they set up with credit is actually to keep us out the market. That's what I'm just telling you. The country people, they had a way, and you start to build a relationship. They're not important relationship with people. You can go to people, you can borrow something if you need it. You need some help. People send people over their kids and say, go help Miss so-and-so or something. Take care of them. Because people will remember what them people did years ago. So the country, yeah. But they'll lose that, they'll wipe that out from them. Because the young people coming along there in the country, they more dangerous and dumber than the people up here. Nigga, right? Everybody know you and your great-grandmama and her mama. All your great-great-great-great-grandmama, they know they friend, and you going to go try to rob and steal in that little town. No, you don't get caught. They do the dumbest stuff trying to prove they crazy, and they'll do the dumbest stuff, and they'll realize credibility. They lose a sense of stuff. See, that's why I tell you about how important it is, and I say all that to say how we got to come back and reestablish ourselves and get these young people and teach them about credibility. See, I got people I can do business with and get stuff from just based off my name. Just based off my name. I got places I call to get some stuff from. I don't have to pay them. I can get with them later, which I'm going to pay them. It's just I'm busy. I can tell them when they call something, I'm busy right now, and they'll still take care of what I want, and I just get back with them when I get a chance to do that. Because of my name, everybody that do business with me know I'm going to pay. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
Credibility. See, a lot of you learn from down there. Go somewhere and say, that's so-and-so, yeah. Yeah, he good for it. That's how you want to be with your name. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
See, people don't look at it, but the man we serve on, Yahusha, you ain't going to believe it. He got credibility based off his name.
Yeah.
Everybody know him. That's Yahusha. Y'all all right?
Yes,
and it got him credibility and got the man fame off his name. So we try to teach y'all young people, and not just even your younger people, them tell something. Your word, what you say and what you're going to do, going to carry a lot of weight later. The stuff you do wrong will ride with you a whole lot longer. All you got to do is mess your name up one good time, and it'll be hard to try to clean it up. I know, because I spent years cleaning mine up. And people will look for that and hold that against you to try to keep you back from trying to get away from the negative decision that you made, early in your life or previous in your life. It's good while y'all young to get yourself grounded and start trying to get you credibility and try to get you a name. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So I got a lot of older people here. They don't worry about their credit. They don't worry about their name. When you reach my age, I'll be 50. I'm going to be older one day. You good, Lancaster? I ain't scared to give you no check. Is her name up there? I'll get her. Mind me put her name up there on her husband. Dang, you need it on her. Give him two for trying to be all humble. On my phone, he couldn't say humble. He said humble. Stay humble. And they be like, yeah, is that a word? Humble? I don't know. Is that a humble? Humble bearer? What is humble? Is humble a word? In the country it is. But anyway, we're going to work on trying to make sure we work on fixing our names, getting ourselves credibility. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm trying to tell you that's the truth, ain't it? You might not think it means that. It means something to have credibility and to have a name.
Yep.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to get ready to let him sound the shofar and get ready and try to see if we can move forward with him. He will thus say Mr. Yahuwah. All right, kind sir. All right. I just knew I was going to get that whole bottle of water in. All right, we're going to get ready to seek Yahuwah. I'm going to call upon this Shem. Eternal Kudash Abba. In the Shem of Yahushua HaMashiach, we palau before your Kudash Shem. Ask you to have recome upon our nefash. Ask you to strengthen and barak us by your debar, that you might change and elevate our pasah, that we might meet you in shalom. Ask you to blot out the transgression, the qatar, the iniquities of us, our Abba, and of our Beni before it's everlasting too late. Asking you to establish us. Asking you to purify us with all, that we might be Yahusha. Asking you to grant us your Ruach HaKadosh, that it might signify our Yahusha, that it might grant us an everlasting Beth in your Malkum. Ask you to remember those that are looking in, those that are seeking, those that are going through, those that are without, calling upon you out of a pure law, those we commit you in Palau, that seek you by Amunah, that among your debar, that you might grant unto us all one law, one determination, one Yesha, one Yeshua, under the Shem of Yahushua HaMashiach. We ask as we prepare to move further in this service that you will search us and try us. See if there be any wicked ways. Cast it from us and lead us in the way everlasting. Let the bar of our mouth, let the meditation of our law be accepted in your sight. And as we prepare to move further in this service, we allow that you take full control. That you get the kabod and the kabod, and that Yahusha HaMashiach get the tahalim. In Yahusha Shem, we allow. Let us all say, Amen. Ain't y'all right? I said, Haney, all right. I'm gonna need me another Wardy. I can remember Sarah name. Who put Sarah name up here? That Sarah name supposed to be up here? Well. All right. Kind of, sir. Let's see, that's what I want. Let me see something. Other one get me, I know Romans 15:4. See that Matthew chapter 7, verse 14. So that's how. Listen to the book. Thank you.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
For what reason?
That we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
That's what we're looking at. Isn't that right? Let's see. Hold on. Ooh. Whatsoever things written aforetime written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scripture, might have hope. Matthew chapter 7 and verse 14. The other, get me your Ukanon. And called John chapter 7. So it's 7:34, son. Matthew chapter 7. Chapter 7, verse 14. Listen to the book.
Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way, which leadeth unto Kai, and few there be that find it.
What happened?
Beware of false Nabaim, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their pari.
That's what he told us. He said, you shall know them by their pari. What happened?
Do Anashim gather grapes of thorns?
What happened?
Or figs of thistles?
What happened?
Even so, very tube ox bringeth forth tube pari.
Yes.
But a corrupt ox bringeth forth rasha pari.
Yeah.
A tube ox cannot bring forth rasha pari.
Y'all see that? A good tree, he said, can't bring forth rotten fruit. Excuse me. That's what he said. It can't do it. What happened?
Neither can a corrupt ox bring forth tube pari.
That's right, because it come out from it. Don't make sense. That's the problem that Yahusha had when it came down to the people professing they were Abraham's seed. See, Abraham was a good ox. So if you were Abraham's seed, that means you came from that tree. He said that wouldn't make sense, not by your works. He said by their works, how you gonna know them? That's how they work out at the 7th chapter, at the 8th chapter of the book of Yahusha, 8 and 30. Listen to the book.
As he spake these Dabarim, many amon on him.
Many believed on him.
Then said Yahusha to those Yahudim which amon on him,
What happened?
if ye continue in my debar,
Then,
are ye my Methodist indeed?
what you gonna know?
And ye shall know the Amat, and the Amat shall make you free.
What happened?
They answered him, we be Abraham's seed,
And what?
and were never in bondage to any Ish.
What happened?
How sayest thou, ye shall be made free?
What happened?
Yahusha answered them, Aman, Aman, I say unto you,
What did he tell him?
whosoever committeth kota
Here's the what?
Abad of Kotah.
He's the servant of sin. What happened?
And the Abad abideth not in the Beth forever,
What happened?
but the Ben abideth ever.
What happened?
If the Ben therefore shall make you free,
Then,
ye shall be free indeed.
what happened?
I know that ye are Abraham's seed,
But what happened?
but ye seek to kill me, because my debar have no Malchum in you.
So what you going to tell me at that point?
I speak that which I have seen with my Abba,
What happened?
and ye do that which ye have seen with your Abba.
What happened?
They answered and said unto him, Abraham is our Abba.
What happened?
Yahusha saith unto them, if ye were Abraham benim,
What
ye
happened?
would do the works of Abraham.
That's right. That's what you would do. You would do the works of Abraham. Y'all got that? That's what he's saying. If you were Abraham's seed, you would do the same works of Abraham. This would make sense for us only on the path or the understanding of. Typically, you'll find cultures today that still do the same thing. Whatever the trait of the Abba was, would be the trait of the son. If the father was a fisherman, the son was a fisherman. John, what was your father's trait? What was your trait? See, that's typically how we operated. The son would typically have the same trait of the father. So he's saying that if Abraham was your father, then you would do the work of your father, Abraham. Got it? So these are the same things we look at with Yahusha. At the 5th chapter, matter of fact, let's look at this, 7:34. Matter of fact, give me a little more of this before I get 7:34. What verse we at?
40.
Listen.
But now ye seek to kill me, a ish that have told you the Amat,
Tell me who didn't do this.
which I have heard of Elohim.
What happened?
This did not Abraham.
See that? If he said if you were Abraham's seed, then you wouldn't be trying to kill me. He said you would do the works of Abraham. Isn't that right? Let's see what happened at the 8th chapter, at the 20, what the Barashit 22, Genesis 22. See that 22 and 12, Barashit they call Genesis. Seeing it, believing, that's why you want to read it. No more, he said, every man just teaching his neighbor, saying, know Yahuwah. All gonna know me from the least to the greatest. Isn't that right? That's when the book of Yukonon told, he testified that we know that the Ben Elohim is come, and you gonna believe what else he did. That's what he did, get us an understanding. You don't get you hear people saying, I have an overstanding of the, I don't have no overstanding, I got understanding. I believe, just like I said, he gave me understanding. You don't get no overstanding, I got an overstanding about their system. I don't have no overstanding. You hear people tell they got an overstanding of the word, but stop trying to be too smart. You're on a bar, I have an understanding. Ain't that right? He ain't telling me he gonna give me no raw, gonna feed me with no overstanding. I'm gonna overstand him. I'm gonna overstand the word. That don't make sense. They get too smart. Sometimes they love saying, they don't realize, you be careful where you put it at. I have an overstanding with these people's systems. I heard people say they have an overstanding when they come down to the bar. I don't have no overstanding bar. I have an understanding. Yeah. This here, I had to come under subjection. Y'all all right? That's what we do. Just like with the flesh, we bring it under subjection. When you get an overstanding, you'll get out of the way. That's what happened with Adam, overstanding. He got an understanding, he would have kept it in the subjection. I don't try to outthink the man. I just try to work with him. That's right. This is the 22nd chapter of the book of Barashit. They call Genesis 22 and 12. Might be 11. Make it 9. Listen.
And they came to the Malchum.
That's verse 9.
Yes,
they came
sir.
to the place
Where Elohim had told him of him.
Yeah.
Had told him of, and Abraham built an altar there, and laid the wood in order, and bound Yasakak, his Ben, and laid him on the altar upon the wood.
Wow.
And Abraham stretched forth his hand and took the knife to slay him, his Ben. And the Malachi of Yahuwah called unto him Avashamayim and said, Abraham, Abraham.
Who? He said who?
Abraham, Abraham.
What did he tell him?
And he said, Here am I.
Now, if it literally written that way in the book that he said it twice, that makes sense. That's how long. Because sometimes you could think you heard something. Second time you know you heard it. Isn't that right? That's your law. In the book told Elohim speaking, what was it again? Said, man don't perceive it. Let's see Abraham perceived it. Listen.
And he said, lay not thine hand upon the lad,
Yeah.
neither do thou anything unto him.
Yeah.
For now I know that thou fearest Elohim,
Yeah.
seeing that thou hast not withheld thine only being from me.
What happened?
And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him a ram caught in a thicket by his horns.
What happened?
And Abraham went and took the ram, and offered him up for a burnt offering in the stead of his being.
You hear that? So when he told her, he know they were Abraham's seed. He did. He said, I know you're Abraham's seed. So they didn't lie. They didn't lie because he did tell them he knew they were Abraham's seed. But he started giving them some traits that you should bear. He started talking about doing the works of Abraham. He said, Abraham didn't try to kill him. Something stopped him. Why ain't nothing stopping you? Why nothing ain't keeping you from making these crazy calls or accusations or these doings that you got? Something should be keeping you. Abraham was kept. He said, I don't see nothing keeping you. And you come out. You've been getting the teaching. You've been getting instructed. Something should keep you. You know the book say he'll keep him in perfect shalom, but I forgot what it was. Where your mind got to be? Because you won't have time for a whole lot of stuff. If your mind is on it, a lot of stuff you'll consider.
Yes, sir.
That's just being honest. We've gotten too comfortable. We gotten too comfortable. We putting people and got people in places and feel like everybody on the same level. You can't do that. I know I do a lot of stuff with you guys do that, but we're not on the same level.
Right.
That's what he was trying to tell Marim in Aharon. He said he's not so. He's not like the other ones. Now all of them looked that they all worked, they had the offices, and they worked in the offices. Even you look at Aharon, he was the HaKohan, the Rosh Kohan. But he said, Mushah. He said, not so. And he asked him, he said, why were you afraid to speak against him? Let you know there's a hierarchy. There's a way we have to work, and there are things we have to look at. And we have to stop trying to put everybody on the same level. It don't work like that.
Right.
Even they come along with Shaul, gave us the order in 1 Timothy 5:1 we went over. He said, the elder among you, he told you about the elder men. He told you supposed to treat him as a who? And the elder women. As aim. That's right. And the younger men. And the younger Aku, well, the younger women as Aku. He told you to do it with all purity. There's an order. There's an order. Just like in home, there is an order. And a lot of times we kind of lose sight of that. Sometimes we doing stuff and people get comfortable and people start saying, people start doing stuff. But everybody has got to consider your salvation.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of stuff you just can't afford to just be taking chance. And in the book told you don't be rash with your mouth and cause your flesh to sin.
Yes, sir.
You can mess around and let too much pop out your mouth and it can be kataw for your flesh. That's just being honest. It's stuff that we do that you wouldn't normally do anywhere else. People had more reverence and more fear when they were Christians.
Yep.
See, a lot of times I told you, in the book told us, I think in the book of 1 Corinthians 8 and about 3 or so, it told us knowledge puffeth up. You got to be careful. Some knowledge, it ain't good for y'all to get. Because y'all are getting that thing, you'll run off somewhere and you'll mess up. Sometimes it's just not. Even Yahusha told the apostle, he said he had many things to say to him. He said, but you couldn't bear it. Because a lot of stuff people take it and they'll just get the money and feel like, we all the same. That's not true.
That's right.
That's not true. We're not all the same. Pick up and let's see what happened at the 27th chapter right quick of the book of Bamidbar. 27:15, Bamidbar. They call it Numbers. Listen to the book.
And Mushah spake unto Yahuwah, saying, let Yahuwah, the Elohim of the Ruach of all Basar,
Do what?
set a Ish over the Adah,
Y'all hear that? Tell them to set one over the Adam, over the congregation. They can do what?
which may go out before them,
And do what?
and which may go in before them,
And which may do what?
lead them out,
And
which may bring them in, that the Adah of Yahuwah be not as sheep which have no Ra'ah.
yeah.
And Yahuwah said unto Mushah, take the Yahusha, the Ben of Nun, a Ish, in whom is the Ruach, and lay thine hand upon him,
And do what?
and set him before Eleazar the Kohan,
And who else?
and before all the Adah, and give him a charge in their sight.
For what reason?
And thou shalt put some of thine honor upon him,
Yeah.
that all the Adah of the Benim of Yasharal may be obedient.
That they might all know they all on the same level.
That all the Adah of the Benim of Yasharal may be obedient.
You hear that? Make sure they follow. They knew. If they done brought him up, he done put his hand and they'll see him put the same honor on him. So just like Yahuwah working in me, he working in him. Just like Yahuwah sent me, he sent him. He'd let the Adah know that. So he said that all the people would be obedient so they would obey him. They weren't just obey no regular brother among them. It was going to be significant that he had put his hand and gave him a charge in front of all of the people. That the people would know Mushah sent him. Because all the congregation knew, and they testified, and they told him concerning Yahusha. We know that Elohim spake to Mushah. And for this man, we're not sure about it. But he gave them a charge in front of all of the Adah, which is the congregation, the flock and the fold, to let them know, this man right here, y'all going to need to hear him. Y'all got to do exactly what this man done told you to do. People ever said the book of All Our Hadabarim 18 and 17. Deuteronomy, they call it. Listen to the book.
I will Zarak them up a Nabi from among their Akim.
You hear that? He said he going to raise up a Nabal. From where?
From among their Akim,
What happened?
like unto thee.
See that? Like unto who?
Thee.
So, because you know they knew about Mushah. He was from among them. You see what he told me going to do? Hold that and see that Acts of the Apostles 7:22. They can cut the air down. I mean, turn it up a little however they work it. So I say they freezing a little bit in here. I don't want to. Appreciate y'all. Y'all doing such a beautiful job with it too. (7:22). Listen to the book.
And Mushah was learned in all the wisdom of the Mitzrayim, and was mighty in Dabarim and in deeds. And when he was full 40 years old, it came into his lob to visit his Akim, the Benim of Yasharal. And seeing one of them suffer wrong, he defended him and avenged him that was oppressed, and smote the Mizraim.
Now see that? Listen.
For he supposed his Akim would have understood how that Elohim by his hand would deliver them.
What happened?
But they understood not.
See that? That's good. 18, 17 again.
And Yahuwah said unto them,
One
unto
second.
me,
Let me get it. 18, 17. And Yahuwah said unto me,
they have well spoken that which they have spoken.
mm-hmm.
I will Zarak them up a Nabi from among their Akim.
What did they ask for? What, bro? That's right. They wanted him to talk to him and not Elohim. Elohim said they had well spoken. He said, that's right. They did right when they asked for that. You did right that you asked for Mushah to speak to you instead of me. He said, I was right what you asked for. And tell me what has happened.
I will Zarak them up a Nabi from among their Akim,
See that? And what happened?
like unto thee.
See that? Just like I need. So you know they've been looking for somebody that come out from them. That's what we notice about Mushah. When y'all read in the 22nd chapter, they told you it came into his law to visit his Akim. Then he said he would have thought his Akim would have understood. How Elohim by his hand would deliver them, but they understood not. That was the problem that Yahusha had when they came up with judgment calls concerning him. When he did work, they say he did it by Beelzebub. He was trying to find out, so who do your children use? If I do it by Beelzebub, who you using? I'm just curious because y'all ain't getting no results. Who you use? He said, you said I'm using one of the prince of the Saith. Who do you use? He supposed they would understood. Elohim by his hand would deliver them. He said, but they understood not. At the 22nd chapter of the book of Oriel, 24. 24, 22. Oriel, they call it Luke. You know, for whatever reason it is, people just have funny, they call it just intuitions, or funny interactions. Things are a lot different for us. This knowledge information, I held on to a lot more people teaching Christianities. That's the truth. People will take it. When you start to give people information that's really prevalent for salvation, for change, that's a lot of responsibility. Christianity leave a lot of faults. They do a lot of room for defects. A lot of excuses. People want excuses. People don't want them with no excuses. They just really don't. It's hard because it's like you're trying to make people, what they say, live to, what was it? Too right. I don't know how you can live too right. I don't know how you can live too right. If you live according to the book, I assure you ain't going to live too right.
That's right. That's right.
You'll live just right. You won't live too right.
That's right.
You won't ever live too right. Isn't that right? You're too much, you're overly wicked, you'll do that. You ain't going to live too right. I assure if you get too right, you're going to be wicked. Yeah, right. That too right going to be from you. Listen, the book says if the Sadiq be overly righteous, be too right, no, you barely going to make it in. Here's where the folk that's in Qatar going, where they going to appeal. With everything we doing, folks, it's going to take everything we doing to get in. And people still question where they at now. He done said it's Sadiq, and they barely going to make it in. For we ain't got no room. That made it tight for us. A lot of y'all, you still kind of like to, kind of play over and cross over them lines of danger. You shouldn't be. Now when it's going to take everything we got. Listen, the rules that's set for us on how we got to walk and what we got to do, these are not my rules. I don't know where y'all get that from. Y'all can impose on me like people do. My rules, I try to make you. If the man said you going to barely make it in, would I really do you a favor by letting you sit around here and commit qatar? I wouldn't even care about you. I wouldn't be honest and care about you. I couldn't say I was honest if I did. I'm trying to get people to make changes and make sure we get this thing. You got to be perfect. Yes, sir. For every one of people can put, I ain't wrote this book, the same book you grew up with. I just come along and give you more enlightenment about it and you see it differently than what people told you and let you know it's an understanding with this. And the people sit around and they don't get it. Let's see what happened. 24, 22 of the book of Oriel. Listen.
Yea, and certain Nashim also of our company made us astonished, which were early at the sepulchre. And when they found not his body, they came, saying that they had also seen a Kazun of Malachi, which said that he was Kai. And certain of them which were with us went to the sepulchre and found it even so as the Nashim had said.
See that? Listen.
But him they saw not.
What happened?
Then he said unto them, O fools, and slow of lob to amon all that the Nabiim have spoken.
Ought
not Mashiach to have suffered these things.
And to do what?
Enter into his kabod.
Where did he start at?
And beginning at Mushah.
You know where they're going to put us at? He'd have had to come across this, 1817. He'd have had to come across it. If you start there, at Mushah. So this is going to be a problem, because if he started at Mushah, and then Mushah didn't write Barashit, then he skipped some. If Barashit wouldn't be in the writers of Mushah, then he would have had to pick this book up somewhere else. He'd have started here. Because Barashit means in the, so he'd have started with the beginning. If I found out, sometimes you can find where people don't get a clear understanding of stuff, and you ain't gonna believe what you'll say. No, let me start at the beginning. Because some people going, you tell them stuff, you say, listen, start at the beginning. That's why I did it. Because somewhere along in my speech, you were missing something. If I go back from the beginning, you could pick up what you were missing. So it's going to make sense to know this book going to be inclusive. So if he going to begin, I don't know how you're going to start and don't go Barashit. Because that's going to kind of take away the little of the book. If you don't start here, this is going to tell us the end right here. All right? So beginning in Mushah. And what else?
And all the Nabiim.
Conjunction. What happened? What did he do?
He expounded unto them.
Where?
In all the scriptures.
The what?
Things concerning himself.
What happened?
And they drew nigh unto the village.
And did what?
Whither they went. And he made as though he would have gone further. But they constrained him, saying, Abide with us.
Why?
For it is toward evening.
Go ahead.
And the Yum is far spent. And he went in to tarry with them. And it came to pass, as he sat at meat with them, he took Lakam and Barak it and brake and gave to them. And their eyes were open, and they knew him, and he vanished out of their sight.
What happened?
And they said one to another,
Did what?
Not our law burn within us.
While he did what?
Talk with us by the way.
What did he open?
And while he opened to us the scriptures.
So what happened?
And they Zarok the same hour and returned to Jerusalem and found the 11 gathered together.
Yeah.
And them that were with them.
What happened?
Saying, the Adon is Zarok indeed.
See that? Listen.
And hath appeared to Cuff.
What happened?
And they told what things were done in the way.
And how?
He was known of them.
And what?
Breaking of Lakam.
What happened?
And as they thus spake,
what happened?
Yahusha himself stood in the midst of them.
Listen what happened.
And saith unto them,
what did he tell them?
Shalom be unto you.
Shalom. What happened?
But they were terrified
and
affrighted.
And did what?
Supposed that they had seen a Ruach.
What did he do?
And he said unto them,
what happened?
Why are you troubled?
And
why do thoughts Zarok in your law?
What happened?
Behold my hands.
Behold my what?
Hands.
He must have had a problem with trying to understand how they couldn't understand how Allah would deliver them by his hands. That's what he was trying to show them. That's what they told. If you remember, the Malachim came. That's what they were trying to tell. He had Zarok. See, Mushah told that he was going to raise up one. See, he's going to be like unto me from the Akim. And him you're going to hear. You got to hear him. That's what he did. He raised him up. And that's why he showed him his hand. Because he supposed they would have understood. That's why he called him a fool. And slow of law. I suppose y'all would have understood all he by my hand, how he would deliver you. But you understood not. 45, same book. Listen.
Then opened he their understanding.
That what happened?
That they might understand the scripture.
That's how important it is to have a raw. Because he supposed they would have understood. So if you didn't, what was going to be necessary for him to do? According to what? Scripture at 3:17, 3:15. Yirmiyahu. Yahu, they call Jeremiah. Listen to the book.
And I will give you Ra'ah according to mine law.
What's going to do what?
Which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
See that? A shepherd. So it made sense. Now he just fulfilled another book. Now they had to look at somebody being just like Mushah. He said that he was going to Zarok, raise up, like unto him. And he won't come from the midst of the Akim. And him, you're going to hear. You all right? And Musha, his whole kind of configuring was, I thought they would understood how anything by my hand would deliver them. He thought they would know that. So when Yahusha came on the scene, he had the same configuring, but he realized that I'm going to need to open your, if you don't get it, then I got to open your understanding. They're going to put me in another position then. I'm going to have to be a ra'ah. I'm going to have to be a ra'ah. That's some way it's going to make sense. See, this is how important it is. For some of us, it's okay for some of us to just believe. The danger, detriment comes in if you don't amon as the scripture hath said. The whole thing we learned about Musha, he was supposing they would have understood how Elohim by his. So wouldn't it make sense for him to show him the hand and he came to deliver him? I'm trying to see that you understand. Then I called you a fool because I see you don't. Then the next thing I'm going to need to do, I'm going to have to give you some understanding. Because he had to open their understanding, that they might understand the scriptures. Y'all all right? Yes, sir. Then he started telling some things that were going to happen. Because don't forget, he had to be on the bomb. He told them how they were going to be endued with power. But they were going to have to do what? Tear it. So he would let them know what was going to come to pass. That's what he studied flowing. He had to let them know. All this was signifying who he was. Right? Yes, sir. All this solidified his position. In order for us to get what we're trying to obtain, the Ruach HaKodesh, we got to make sure we can solidify things. It's got to be solidified. It's got to be concrete for us. That's what Amunah is. It's got to be concrete. Why this man coming showing them his hands? And the 5th chapter of the book of Yuchanan, part 39. They call it John. See, don't just be believing to believe. Believe because it's written. And you got to understand what's written. That's why it's hard to move you when you really know what you got. That's right. That's right. It is. It's just hard. Listen, some stuff, some conversation, folks ain't going to have. Yeah. Because they already know. He too stupid. You ain't going to be able to tell him nothing. He ain't going to listen. I'm just don't even waste your time. Now, they know what it is. You ain't going to move me. That's right. That's right. Exactly right. You tell it to them stupid people, I'm not interested. We have a thing sometimes we would say, somebody say something, or just say, even with humpback, like we used to say, like you tell us a story, like you say a story, we'll say, who he told? Then right there, everybody just stop. Don't tell. They're stop, because they don't want to, they already know where they're going. Because the next thing going to come up to is, why you think he told you that? Yeah, people are, so he think I'm stupid. He ain't tell me. We'll sometimes tell somebody something, we'll say, why you think they told you that? You just stop saying, you just stop. You be like, man, somebody tell you something, you just tell them this, and you think about it, they be like, who they told? And you be like, never mind. He be like, I hate they told me that. We know it's kind of being funny when we're saying it, but we try to kind of, in the same time, let people know who they can tell and what they can say certain stuff to. That is sometimes. You have to watch it. You have to watch what people tell. Hey, somebody come tell you they were drinking the other night. Why you think they told you? And they don't tell me. Because they know what reply they're going to get from me. They know what they're going to get from you. Yeah. Right? Me too. Yep. Can I go next time? Ain't that right? They know it. But now they thinking, I don't think I'm staying there. They know. That's what you have to watch certain stuff people tell you. They tell it for a reason. All right, I'm telling you. People know where to do certain stuff at. And go see if people breaking their house in the project. People know where to go. You don't get caught breaking in no house, no project. And you met around, you won't leave, and no police will be needed. Only ambulances. Isn't that right? Ambulances. Isn't that right? You're going to be in pieces. Listen to the book.
Search the scriptures.
For what reason?
For in them ye think ye have eternal Cain.
And what is it, son?
They are they which testify of me.
And tell them what happened.
And ye will not come to me.
For what reason?
That ye might have Cain.
What do you do?
I receive not honor from Anashim.
What happened?
But I know you, that ye have not the Ahab of Elohim in you.
Tell them why, son.
I am come in my Abba Shem,
And what happened?
and ye receive me not.
What
If
happened?
another shall come in his own Shem,
What happened?
him ye will receive.
What happened?
How can ye among which receive honor one of another
And do what?
seek not the honor that cometh from Elohim only?
What happened?
Do not think that I will accuse you to the Abba.
What happened?
There is one that accuseth you, even Moshe, in whom ye trust.
What happened?
For had ye among Moshe, ye would have among me,
Tell them why, son.
for he wrote of me.
See that the whole thing was about me. He said the whole thing was about me. That's how significant he was. And Musha took the time, we said we know that Elohim spake to Musha. And that solidified his position. It was not an argument. We seen anytime when people came up and spake against Musha, you were wiped out. The Aratz open swallowed you. Fiery serpent came in and bit you. Ain't that right? Plagues come and wipe you down. They got to run in with incense. So every time something happened that people rose again, it just never worked out. People were struck with it just never worked out. And everybody knew Elohim speak to this man. This man goes see Elohim. This man come back and talk to him. This man goes back up to Elohim. Elohim come back. This man come out of his tent and we see Elohim just come down before his tent and they come in and they just sit and talk like two friends talking. And the adult just sit back and just watch. Then that man walk up and tell me, say, this man right here, y'all need to hear him. What I do, Elohim get him to do. Now I'm transferring the respect that you have for me, some to him. I'm transferring honor that I have to him. That all that see and know, he said, and do it in the sight of all the adults. So those people supposed to get the same respect and the same honor to Yahusha than they were supposed to give to Musha. That's why he looked at, you couldn't have believed Musha. Because if you believe Musha, you would have believed me. He wrote of me. All right. That's what a lot of times people do. People pick who they like. But who you like said, like him. That's how he got you. He made you purposely like somebody, and the person you like told you, like him. Ain't that right? The person you like said, hear him. I can't do hear them, but I hear you. You don't hear me. That's what you said. He that heareth you, heareth me. If you are hard Yahuwah and Yahusha, you'll hear me. Ain't that right? There's no way around it. Ain't no way to work. You couldn't genuinely ahab him. You couldn't genuinely obey him. If you did, you obey what I tell you. I ain't told y'all to go against. I tell you to go with him. That's right. Ain't that right? Yes, see, that's why he come in and you can see there'll be a discrepancy. That's what he let these people know. You was supposed to hit that man. Let's see what happened in the Yahusha 1:1. The man said, had you believed him, you would have believed me. He wrote of me. They called it the book of Joshua. Yahusha. Because both names are used. That's why you'll hear me use them sometime on both. Yahusha. Till we use Yahusha was used. Listen to the book.
Now after the moot of Musha, the
What
abad of Yahuwah, it came to pass that Yahuwah spake unto Yahusha the ben of Nun, Musha's Sharath, saying,
See, he talking to Musha. Listen what he said to Musha. Just read it.
Musha, my abad is moot.
See how he talking to Musha? What happened?
Now therefore, Zarak,
What did that mean?
Go over this Jordan.
And defend. He just told the man to rock and defend. You ain't believe it. This is why Yahusha had to get up from the grave, from Kuban. Because Musha was dead. And what man said, he just told him what to do. He could have stayed asleep, and Musha was still here. He just told her, Musha is dead. He moved. I need you to get up, and I need you to go over and defend. What happened? That's why the man got up, solidifying scripture. He was going over to defend. Musha, what he going to do? He dead. He moved. He told me to get up. He didn't tell Musha to do it. Man, get up. He got to read it. The man told me to get up. The man who you say you hear, the man you say you Yahweh, you fear, told you to hear me. The man told him to get up. You know what happened now when it come down to Mushah? How do I talk to him about? In a what now? Or what I tell you about Mushah? It's not so. With him, tell him about that dream again, 1 and 1. Listen.
Now after the moot of Mushah, the abode of Yahuwah, it came to pass that Yahuwah spake unto Yahusha.
You said while he was asleep, what happened?
That,
Should have say call him out. Call him out. And look at them and see if it say call him out for me in the book of Yahusha. It spake. If I say call him out. It was say, what happened? And then what happened?
the ben of Nun, Mushah's Sharoth,
The ben of continue. The ben of continue. To be continued. Perpetual. He would talk to a man that was perpetual. That's what Nun would be. The Nun would be continual, perpetual. That makes sense for him. What happened?
Mushah, my abad, is moot.
What happened?
Now therefore, Zarok, go over this Jordan,
And what happened?
thou and all this arm, unto the Beth, which I do give to them, even to the Benim of Yasharal.
Listen what happened.
Every Malkum that the sole of your foot shall tread upon,
What happened?
that have I given unto you, as I said unto Mushah,
What happened?
from Bamadbar and this Lebanon, even unto the great Nahar, the Nahar Euphrates, all the Beth of the Hittites, and unto the great sea, toward the going down of the Shamash, shall be your coast.
Hear that? Wherever you see wherever you see the Shamash set, that's your coastline. How do you bastards come up with somebody trying to tell me about a city the same size as California? That man said, where I see it set at, that's your coastline. That's tight. That's a whole lot bigger land what folk done told me. Hey, that's different what folk done told me now. That man said, where I see the Shamash set. Yep. Wherever it going, it drop down at, that's mine. Where I see it drop, that's mine. That's tight. It's a lot bigger than what folk done told her. That's a lot bigger. If you see where that thing set at, that's your coastline. All right, listen.
There shall not any Ish be able to stand before thee,
What happened?
all the Yamim of thy Kai,
Yeah.
as I was with Mushah,
You said what now?
as I was with Mushah,
That be it then.
so I will be with thee.
That what gave man confidence. Man said he with me. That's why Mushah tried to tell y'all, for he put some of his honor upon him. He let him know, just like I was with him, I'm going to be with you. That man got to see how Yahuwah was with him. Even if people testify, we know that Mushah spake to this man. We don't know about he speaking to him. The book coming on solidified. He said, if you're going to be just like him, be with him just like I was with you, I'm going to be with you just like I was with him, then I'm about to talk to you. I can't be speaking in no dog speeches. Otherwise, that's not the same. That's not the same. That is not the same. I'm gonna be with you just like I was with him, then you have to see the same thing. And you got to know the same thing. It's going to be clear for you. Y'all all right? That's just being honest. This is how we got to look at it. This is what he did. He made sure he solidified that man's position. They gave that man the confidence. The man who we serve, Yahusha, came in the flesh. Country, he said the flesh. They're going to say flesh, say the flesh. He came in the flesh. But anyway, the purpose of that, because now you got to battle two entities. You got to battle carnal man and Ruach man. The Ruach man is the one that's going to be subject to the debauch. The one you feed the most is the one that's going to be the strongest. That's just being honest. They were talking about on the show when Sunday talk about, I actually teach and I taught y'all that the belly and the brain are connected. That's how even Ku'ur got turned away, because of the belly. She said when she saw it was good for food, the one to be desired. Her belly, that was all belly, that was all flesh, that was not ruach. That's why it's good, and we taught about fasting, abstaining ourselves, so we can keep that discipline. It is, it's a discipline to it. And a lot of they eat, that's why he was taught about not being a glutton. He was told they were strictly for a man to be a glutton, a man constantly eat. When they were to bring their son out there, being out before the congregation, they were supposed to testify. And he, remember what the problem was? Our son would not do what? He would what? He was rebellious, and what happened? And he wouldn't hear. They told him he was a glutton after these things. And you'll also be acquainted with a drunkard. Because you start looking at the appetite. A lot of stuff y'all sit around and do, I try to tell y'all, we got to start dropping these pounds. Because a lot of what you feed is more flesh. See, Christianity taught us fat folks in church meant saved. Church was notorious for fat people. Fat, and fat food, fat plates. It was. Christian church kept fat folks. And you don't realize the one you're feeding is the strongest. Just trying to tell you, people don't want to believe it. It is. Your belly has a lot to do with what you do and what controls. It is. It'd be hard, and it'll fight against the mind. It's going to war against it. You got a mind in your belly too. People even tell you sometimes, I got a gut feeling. I tell you, that mind, that belly has a mind. That book told you food for the belly and belly for meat for the belly. And he told you what Yahuwah going to do. Because it's got a mind. That belly got a mind. You don't think it got a mind. That belly got a mind. You'd be surprised what happened. That's why if you even look at cults, that's why they're real big on fasting you. They're real big on fasting you. So they try to get you weak-minded. See, it's a balance you got to have when it comes down to your feeding and what you give to the belly. Even Shaul tried to tell you he wouldn't come under subjection to any type of meats. He was trying to tell you that table will control you. A lot of people sit down at that table and start eating and they'll get drunk. They'll get full, they'll get drunk, and they'll forget about him. A lot of these folks don't believe. Why you think Yahusha sit around and fast? Even Musa came and had to fast. A lot of folks don't look at it. It's a reason for all these things that we're doing. We start telling them about casting out and breaking away from things. He told them how these things come by. You got to let that table go. Even when Yahusha sat down before he left, you know what he told me he wanted to do? He said, I want to eat. This thing saying eat. Come on, eat, and I know I'm going to wind up taking that cup. I sat here and I get full. I'm going to mess around here, I'm going to take that cup. He realized I had to restrict myself. And that's right, I got to be minded to the scripture. A lot of stuff y'all don't realize, your belly has a lot to do with things that you don't have control over. It'll control you. Okay? Trying to tell them, say that 17 and 5. I don't know, let's say that what I want. About the Yahoo. Let's see. Listen to the book.
While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, This is my beloved Ben, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. And when the Methites heard it, they fell on their panim and were so afraid. And Yahusha came and touched them and said,
I'm going to drop down. 16, 17, 16. 16:5. This is 16:5. I know I'm in the right book. Got to read down, what, 13? Yeah, going about 17, 15, 21. Okay. Let me have a little more of this. Hold on, what was in 16? 16 chapter. What was you looking at? Hold on, when his titties did what? He said when his Methites. Okay. Oh, they forgotten to take bread. Okay. Okay, he good. But you'll see too. You know one thing that be to testify too. They know that Elohim spake to this man. They know for a fact he spake to him. That's what this solidified position. That's what the thing with Musa as well. The people knew Elohim spake to him. Hold you guys said that the 12th chapter of the book said that See what that 12:32, Yahukanan. 12:28, Yahukanan. Let me see what that say. See 12:28. Listen to the book.
Abba, Kabud Hashem,
Y'all hear what he asking to do? You told him there in their translation, glorify his son. Oh, glorify his name. What happened?
then came there a voice from Shamayim,
See that? Then came there a voice from Shamayim.
saying, I have both Kabud
See that? When he went to sleep. What happened when he went to sleep late on that night?
Then came there a voice from Shamayim,
Let
saying,
you know it happened right after he got through speaking. When he said it, the word then implied it happened right after he said. After he asked him to, what they translate, glorify his name, right after that, that's why he said then, not later, at some point, right after he said it, which means they were having a conversation. Like a man talk with his friend. What happened?
saying, I have both Kabud it,
I've done that,
and will Kabud it again.
and I'm going to do it again. What happened, son?
The arm therefore that stood by
See that? The people therefore that stood by
and heard it
and heard it.
said
What did they say?
that it thundered.
Is that what they said? You didn't believe it? That makes sense. Because that's what happened when they got the Torah. The book said it thundered. Because you know what it's about? Vibration. The 20th chapter of the book of Allah Shemut, he told you it was thundering. So the people weren't far off. It thundered when he spake then.
That's right.
Huh? He said, just like I was with Musha, I'm going to be with you. It thundered when he spoke to Musha. What else happened?
Others said, and Malachi spake to him.
See that? Amaleki spake to Musha. When he went up on the mount, Amaleki spake to him. Listen.
Yahusha answered and said,
Tell him what he told him.
this voice came not because of me,
See that? It didn't come because of me. Tell him what happened, son.
but for your sakes.
See that? He said, for your sake. Ain't that right? He said, that's why it came. It didn't come for me. I was good. It came for you. He let them know, this had nothing to do with me. This was for you, because that way you will believe. That's how you solidify everything with Musha. The whole argument kept being, we know that Elohim spake to Musha. We don't know nothing about him talking to this man. That's why they said they were their reason for saying why they weren't listening. So now he spoke. This for your sake. Because I didn't want to see you burn behind the whole thing. So Elohim suffered it happen so they could see it, so they'll be witnessing to it. This is for your sake. If that's the only thing they were holding against him, that Elohim had spake to him, he spoke to me. Now what you going to do with that? Then you should hear and you supposed to feel. Ain't that right? You were supposed to Yara. I don't know what I'm going to do with the people. We try to make sure we get it right. There's been a lot of erring going on over the course of time. Like the more we've learned, the more dangerous you people have become. And it's just like giving babies or giving kids guns. You become more dangerous. You don't find you've been loose from a lot of oppression of Christianity. Y'all got loose. You got yourself out here to believe and do what you want to do. We still got to be restricted for obedience.
That's right. That's right.
Isn't that right? Obedience is going to be the whole key to what we're doing, and consistency. Is that what he said? You know, it took him a while if we can get to it. Hopefully that now. Try to start manifesting consistency. Huh? It's got to start displaying consistency. That's what we saw about Yahusha. He was manifesting consistency. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I don't know what we're going to do. It's tight. But we got a lot of work. We got to get it done, though. I guess the first thing we're trying to do, when Yahuwah gave them the Torah, he wanted them to have a Yara. The Yara plays a major part in your obedience. When we found that he gave it unto Adam and Ka'ua, we didn't find the Yara, which is the fear. They had no fear. And without fear, what you think will happen? They wound up committing Qatar. The problem we have with our arm today, there's no fear. It is. It's not. He said, the fear of me is taught by the precepts are unashamed. We've lost the fear. When he gave them all of the commandments, that was supposed to be fear. Let's see. Ala Shamut 20. It is. It's that important. Those people had the fear of Musha. That was the purpose of when they did things, he was killing out multitudes of people. He looked at this. If they're going to fear me, and I'm not going to talk to them, and you're going to go, then I'm going to need these people to fear you. Just like they fear me, that something will happen if you tell them to do something, they don't do it. That if they come against you, that something's going to happen, and that's going to be the same equivalent as coming against me. Now, I'm not going to talk to y'all. Wait, I'm going to use the Ish. From in the beginning, declare the end. After he caused all these things to come into Bara, he let a man talk to him. If you want to get yourself a Shem, go see a man. Huh? Go see a man. You have to come and see him. That's how he set up. And you're going to have to fear him. Everything in the gun, I know it had to fear him. I know. If he put on you that you had to go see him, and you know how great he was, then you're going to have to obey this man. You got to fear. You got to yar him. You got to. And that's what we lost place of. I'm afraid of Yahuwah. I'm afraid. If you were afraid of Yahuwah, you'll be afraid of the works of who he sent to speak to you. That's why I try to tell the people, I know you don't have no heart. Because he said, who you sent, you don't even get no honor to him. You don't even y'all get too comfortable. It's dangerous. But they're going to set to be your fall too. They're set to be your fall. Y'all need to be careful. Y'all all right? You know, they did the same thing with Dawood. Oh, they did. Now, everybody talked against him. Even Goliath disdained him. I wouldn't blame him, especially when their brother and them talked. His king talked against him. They talked about how his heart was lifted up. His law lifted up. That's already he came. He was hardened. That's already he came down to see the battle. Y'all ain't going to believe it. Yahuwah was harder too. Why did you think he came down to see the battle? Why y'all think he came down to see the battle? You've been fighting sin for how long, Qatar? You ain't going to believe it. He came down to see the battle. Even the scripture, they told you that he would have been a Dawood. How you going to be? He just told me, let me say that, I'm going to get it straight. If he told them they were Abraham's seed, what work would they do? So he was Dawood, the Ben of Dawood. What work would he do? He came down to see the battle. That's what the whole thing been about, a fight. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. It's a fight, right? So he came down to see the battle. It's only because he was harder. That's not when he came down. So he might see the battle. Can you imagine that? Goliath disdained it. His brother talked against him. His king talked against him. That's how it all happened. Let's see what happened. See if that the book of Mark. See what that 10 hanging on my, that joke looking rough. You start looking at that thing with fighting Mr. Incredible. I mean, that thing that crazy how what that thing was. Little kid, he wanted to be a superhero. He kept telling him to go home. What name? Scooter? What that thing was? What's the name? Syndrome. Yeah, go home, Syndrome. He come back with his own costume. See that 1033. Let's say that Olive Shemuel. $16, 17, 17. Do I want the van? For what? Oh, yeah. You came up with it on your own? Oh, that's all right. May all right. 16. Listen to the book.
Saying, Behold, we go up to Jerusalem, and the Ben of Ish shall be delivered to the Rosh Kohanim and unto the scribes, and they shall condemn him to moot, and shall deliver him to the Gentiles. And they shall mock him, and shall scourge him, and shall spit upon him, and shall kill him. And the third he shall zarak again. And Jacob and Yahuchanan, the Benim of Zebedee, come unto him, saying, Adon, we would that thou shouldest do for us whatsoever we shall desire. And he said unto them, What would ye that I should do for you?
Yeah.
They said unto him, Grant unto us that we may sit one on thy right hand, and the other on thy left hand in thy kabod.
Mm-hmm.
But Yahusha said unto them, Ye know not what ye ask. Can ye drink of the cup that I drink of,
Mm-hmm.
and be immersed with the immerse that I am immersed with?
Mm-hmm.
And they said unto him, We can. And Yahusha said unto them, Ye shall indeed drink of the cup that I drink of, and with the immerse that I am immersed withal shall ye be immersed.
Mm-hmm.
But to sit on my right hand and on my left hand is not mine to give,
Yeah.
but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared.
Listen.
And when the 10 heard it, they began to be much displeased with Jacob and Yahuchanan. But Yahusha called them to him and saith unto them,
Mm-hmm.
Ye know that they which are accounted to rule over the Gentiles exercise lordship over them.
Adon. I just said probably Adon. Adon, I don't know why he said lordship. Go ahead.
And their great ones exercise authority upon them.
What happened?
But so shall it not be among you.
Tell him why.
But whosoever will be great among you shall be your Sharath.
Mm-hmm.
And whosoever of you will be the Rosh shall be Abad of all.
Mm-hmm.
For even the Ben of Ish came not to be ministered unto, but to Sharath, and to give his Kaif for a ransom for many. And they came to Jericho,
Mm.
and as
right. That's right. Still give me Olive, Shemuel 16. Make it about verse 11. That one didn't say what I wanted to say. Yeah. Now, if I don't know if I want it now. Abarim, too. One. I go over here and I got to clear it up. Abarim. Listen to the book. Nope. Out of Shemuel 16:11. Listen to the book.
And Shemuel said unto Jesse,
Yashin.
Yashin, are here
I
all
think
thy
his name means saved. Listen.
are here all thy banim? And he said, There remaineth yet the youngest, and behold, he keepeth the sheep. And Shemuel said unto Yashi, Send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither. And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy, and withal a beautiful countenance, and tube to look to. And Yahuwah said, Zarak, anoint him, for this is he. Then Shemuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his Akim, and the Ruach of Yahuwah came upon Daud from that yom forward.
That's
So-
good. So,
So Shemuel rose up and went to Ramah.
That's good. That's good. Operating 1 and 1. Listen to the book.
Elohim,
Who?
at sundry times,
What did we say sundry time was? Different times or what else?
and in divers manners,
What did we say divers manner was? Different ways. What did he do?
spake in time past unto the Abba
How?
by the Nabiim,
To that? By the Nabaim. But,
hath in these last Yamim
which
spoken
is
unto us
rather, hath in these last Yamim, last days, spake unto us
by his Ben,
by his son. Listen,
whom he hath appointed heir of all things,
makes sense for him to have a son, a Ben, doesn't it? Since a Ben was an inheritor. And that right? It would make sense to refer to us as his Ben. That would make us inheritors. If Elohim said he had bara all these things and we're his Ben, what is he telling us? Because he did tell us that the meat was going to inherit. What was it? If he stretched forth it alone and spread abroad it by himself, and then we the meat, which is his Ben, when what are we going to get? We'll get everything he possessed. They're going to fall to us. They said the last Yamim speaking us by his Ben, whom he has appointed heir of all things. And doing what?
by whom also he made the Aratz,
What happened?
who being the brightness of his kabod,
And
the express image of his person,
how important is that for us? How important is this for us, according to what we read? Huh? He that seen me, seen the Abba, what else? Daoud? Well, I mean, it would signify that Musha did fulfill, scripture was fulfilled. Because he told the similitude, the image of him he was going to behold. Well, here the writer Abarim told us that he was the express image, which is the similitude. And we were told that he was going to behold him. So when he appeared and they wanted to build 3 tabernacles, he only came back to show you that Elohim solidified what he told us. That Musha was going to see the similitude of Yahuwah. Now what they take and they use to say he saw, you will be false teacher. That's false teaching. Because he clearly told the man when he put him in the cliffs of the rock that he was going to cover him. And when I pass over, he said, no, he couldn't see my face and live. He said, but when I pass over, I'll let him see all my kabod. He did not see Yahuwah. He could not see Yahuwah until he came down and the Methodist wanted to build 3 tabernacles. That was the only time he seen him. Because he told him the similitude he was going to behold. You got him, they'll go teach it, but you're going to be teaching false doctrine. And it's only set up for somebody that ain't honest to take it and you'll go wrong. And you're going to err because you don't know the scripture. That wouldn't make sense that you would say he saw him when he was living. He brought him back and let him saw the similitude. All right. And this solidifies when we use that to justify that Musha seen him. Because the book told us that he was the express image, which means the similitude. Right. Listen.
and upholding all things by the debar of his power.
What happened?
When he had by himself purged our Kotah, sat down on the right hand of the majesty on Rosh,
Listen.
being made so much better than the Maliki,
When he did what?
as he hath by inheritance obtained a more excellent Shem than they.
What happened?
For unto which of the Maliki said he at any time, Thou art my Ben, this Yum have I begotten thee.
Listen.
And again, I will be to him a Abba, and he shall be to me a Ben. And again, when he bringeth in the first begotten into the Aratz,
What happened?
he saith, and let all the Maliki of Elohim shakah him. And of the Maliki he saith, who maketh his Maliki Ruach and his Sharath a flame of fire.
Go ahead.
But unto the Ben he saith,
Listen.
Thy throne, O Elohim, is forever and ever. A scepter of Sadiq is the scepter of thy Malkuth.
What happened?
Thou hast Ahab Sadiq
And
hated iniquity.
what happened?
Therefore Elohim,
And therefore who? Therefore who?
Elohim,
Had done what?
even thy Elohim,
Did what?
hath anointed thee
With what?
the oil of gladness.
So they didn't pay attention to Dawood when he came in. That's why it could let you know why he ain't never picked a king. You would have never knew why he ain't picked the other boys. They look good. Them boys down, they love Rasha. That's why he picked them. And you ain't gonna believe why he did it. He did it right among the midst of them.
Yeah, that's right.
When they brought him in, that's how he spake to us in time past, though, by the Nabal, by the Nabaim.
That's right.
So then last year, he spoke to us by his being.
Yes, sir.
We got to see the being fulfill this.
That's right.
See, the Nabaim was trying to show that, look, he done sent Shamuel down there. He didn't talk to none of them boys in the room. He got rid of none. You was, not that one. Not that one. That's all they know. He was going to know. They were going, them jokes said, not that one. He get all bad. He started looking. I know somebody here supposed to be anointed. So he didn't believe what happened. He had to bring him in. That's how we understood the firstborn. He said when he brought him into the Aratz. When they brought it, that's right. When they brought him into the room, you ain't gonna believe it. All of them had to acknowledge him. Everybody had to shakar him. I was looking for when I went to Mark, the 10th chapter, to send another book, but I couldn't figure it in my mind. When he told them that all of them were serving, he told them that one was their Adon. That made all of them a boy, and only one of them was their Adon, which was Dawood. See, we understand what he did simply because we go back and look at the scripture. That's how important the scripture is for us. We had to understand. So now we got to look at Dawood already existed. He just hadn't come into the room. So now you're going to look at, now you find the same thing that Yahusha taught in the 15th chapter book of Yuchanan. He said, if I had not come and spoken to them, they had not had no ben, no qatar. He said, but now, they don't have no cloak for it. He said, if I hadn't come and did the work, you don't believe what was it? So what Shammah was doing was the same thing we have been doing for all time, for all 60 times. Well, what? We were looking for a man. When Shammah came down, he came down looking for a man to stand in the gap, to make up the head. Because we lost Shaul. He said, it repented me, I made it. You know who else he got that from? He knew about that from Adam.
That's right.
It repented me that I made him.
That's right.
It repented me. I regret I made him. So the whole course of time, we've been looking for an Ish. The stand in the gap. Because we lose one, then you got a gap there. Well, I'm looking for somebody to stand in the gap. To make up the head. For the best.
That's right.
Best going to be land, family, house, so I don't destroy it. Yahuwah will come and destroy the house. He been looking for a man to stand in the gap to make up the head so he wouldn't destroy it. He said, I couldn't find one. When Shammah came in the house, that's what he kept looking at. The man sitting here, he got 7 sons. Nobody. I know it ain't the daddy because he said anoint. He told me to anoint one of the men of him. So I know it ain't the father. I'm looking for a son. I already know that coming out. When I see the father, he's already telling me to look for the son. These people here are looking for the father. He coming here, Father, I stretch. I told you not the Ben. Come to men, look for the Ben. 96. Yes, Yahoo. That's why I'm telling these folks, these folks don't know. Listen to the book.
For unto us
This ain't, I don't know what that makes sense about. What happened?
a Yahlet is born.
What else happened, son?
Unto us a Ben is given.
So when Shammah went down, what was he looking for?
Man.
A Ben. Think about it. The whole thing came up to Shaul about Shaul coming in position because they were looking for who? They were looking for a Malak. They were looking for a Malak. That's how he got in position. He already told them in the book of Dabarim, Musa already told her that they were going to want one. You're going to want a Malak. Now he done already set us up now to the father and look for, now you need to look for the son. Look for the Ben. Now they told us for unto us.
A Yahlet is born.
Unto us.
A Ben is given.
And what going to happen?
The government shall be upon his shoulder.
That's him. That's him. These people know what they're doing. Sent the man right in the house and done told her, bypass the father and get the son. Get to the Son. That's going to get you back to the Father. Yeah. When he came to find the Father, he knew the only way he was looking for the Father was to get to the Son. He had to know the Father, and in knowing the Father, it sought him to want to know, inquire him concerning the Son.
That's right.
He told him to go to the house go to Yahusha and anoint one of his men, which means I got to be familiar with the Abba, but now I need to know the Ben.
That's right.
These folks be sitting around trying to wonder what the purpose of it. You got to. Huh? I'm trying to tell you, this is how we set up. And now we know how he got it. Because one thing about him, he a hard Sadiq. The man hated Qatar. That's right. He hated Qatar. Isn't that right? That's right. Listen, one time, a guy came in and told him about a situation. Said it was two men in a city. And said, and a traveling man came. A man was in the city and said this man had all these sheep. And he took for the wayfaring man, and he took another man who had one ewe lamb. And the man harbored the ewe lamb. He said he ate with it, and the ewe lamb laid in his bosom. And he said when a traveling man came, the man who had all this flock wouldn't spare to take them. But he took from the man that had the one ewe lamb, and he killed it for the stranger. And his anger was hot. He arose when he threw, and you know what he said? That man should die. Because you know why? He hated iniquity. He hated it. He said it would be sin that man did some stuff like that. He said, you the man. He knew him. Our king would have seen it. Stuff happened. Ain't nobody perfect. Everybody know ain't no man ain't commit Qatar. Not Daoud. Daoud said that he should die. Huh? Even with him, he said I spoke too fast. Even if it's me, that man should die. That's why he picked a man like that. He wanted a man that said he cut no corner for nobody. That's why he picked him. Pick that man. That's right. So now he told us under us, a yardly born, under us a being given, and the government shall be
upon his shoulder.
And his shall be called
Wonderful.
What else?
Counselor.
What else?
The mighty Elohim.
What else?
The everlasting Abba.
What else?
The Sar of Shalom.
What else happens, son?
Of the increase of his government.
And what else?
In Shalom there shall be no end.
See that? We just heard about that. His throne was going to be forever and ever. We learned that about Daoud. That if we could cause the Shemash, that it don't rise and that things don't set in a season, he said that he will break his covenant. He said, I break my barik with Daoud, which means his throne was established forever. That's why he was told he was going to let him sit upon the throne of Daoud.
That's right.
See, any other throne coming down, only going to make sense. Because Daoud's throne is an everlasting throne. And it was similar to the throne of Elohim. Listen, that was the whole purpose about him being Daoud's throne. So you understood an everlasting Bringeth. It wasn't going to change. It was unchanging. So we understood that Elohim does not change. These people coming on different time, people doing different stuff. That's why a lot of them, they start falling away in the last minute, because people feel like the time's changing. You get more technology. You got a smartphone. You the dummy, and your phone got all the sense. Listen, you don't trade your intelligence for a phone. Man, give you a phone, it's artificial intelligence, and then you worship it. I stopped buying a new phone. I'm not running behind this stuff. How a phone be smarter than me? Phone can't have no more than what I put in it. If it was smart, it pay itself off. How well you smart, I'm plugging you up. Your stupid self. You ain't got enough sense to go in there and plug your own self up. Tell somebody you got a smartphone. Man, you better start repeating that stuff. Somebody like me, they ain't gonna know you ain't that bright. I got a phone, I ain't got no smartphone. I had to plug it up. That's pretty stupid to me. Thing jam up, sometimes can't connect call. That's not smart. Ain't that right? Not too bright. Now trading that phone, I'm saying a lot of stuff you get to running behind. His phone make up for his phone. A lot of stuff done dumbed us down. A lot of technology is good and it makes stuff easy access for a lot of stuff. I don't be on his phone doing all that stuff. Now y'all get these phone, you doing too much. I listen to my stuff when I'm in here. I don't be using my phone, be listening to a whole lot of stuff on the wall. I be needing my bread. I'm trying to make money with this thing. I dial, I email, I do a couple, I text, I shoot some stuff. I don't have no time, man. I ain't searching for no Game Boy. I ain't looking for all that stuff. I just ain't got time. I don't have time to play my phone. I'm serious. I am about making that money. And I don't have time to be playing with that junk in my phone. I just don't have time to be messing around. I jam this thing up, man. That thing, I be in broke city. The phone ain't that smart, but I'm a pretty smart fella myself. Don't let this phone marry you. Some of y'all bet that phone, they be all in them phone like you having sex with them phone. I ain't getting involved like that. All you do is check me a couple of emails, snap some pictures, shoot that over to you, shoot a text player like that. That's about much you gonna get out of me. Y'all all right? Yes, sir. Go there, WhatsApp, make a couple of international calls, come back on. That's it. I ain't gonna talk that long now. I gotta get back. But now we're talking about the bend. We're talking about the significance of the bend. When we go back to look at the law, we start to look at how important the law is and was for us. All of the actions, the narrative of what these people did set the precedent that when we saw him coming on the scene, we saw the importance of him coming in. Him coming into us now was equivalent to them being there already and him coming into the room. Although they were there and he wasn't there, did that mean he didn't exist? That's what people got a problem with. How could the Son exist if he came into the world when we were already him? Well, how did Dawood exist when they were already in the room and he wasn't in the room?
That's right. That's right.
So they have a problem with the Son existing before he came into the Aratz. See, he had to get because I got a carnal mind. And that carnal mind will not be subject. You know what it won't be subject to? The law.
That's right.
Yeah, right. It won't be subject because there are laws. There are disciplines, just like it's certain things. Who know how that feel?
Law of gravity.
That's a law. All thing can stay up here, it's going to have to be almost weightless. I ain't had to throw it. Those are laws. And those laws won't be impeded.
That's right.
Huh?
That's right.
Y'all all right? There are things you got to do to try to impede those laws. There are certain abilities you got to have. Well, all he can come back here, he going to impede all these laws and show you who is the only impotent.
That's right.
He going to show you the only one that rule over everything, who give these laws him.
That's right.
Them clouds couldn't go out there unless he told. That's water.
That's right.
Water just like man, that's weight. And he took it and made it sit right up there.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
That same thing said cloud, release and come down and wait. Look at that break, come right back down.
Yes, sir.
He defied these laws. Huh? He defied these people's knowledge.
That's right.
And he tried to get us to recognize what he came along to show us is the same thing we need to know. There's always been a problem he knew we were going to find. Us believing in the Son when there's an Abba. You can't be an Abba without a son.
Right. Right.
Or without a Benin. Or without Benin. Or without a Banu. That's the only way you could be an Abba. He had to have a son. How are we going to recognize the father? Father, what? Female or male? That's all we need. Step up, Tim. This is Daddy Tim. Abba Tim, what's the problem? But he's a male. Huh? He got to have it. That's good. He got to have it. He's got to have it. That's what we Palau into the Father. Abba knew. We saying our Abba. We're saying we're his seed. I want to Abba. This is why he tried to tell us how we had to be born again. That's it. And the people got a problem with that. If we didn't seed out from him, then how is our Abba? And you tell me how is Yahusha father?
That's right.
Hello? Yeah. He took him for his own. Ain't that right? He took him for his own. And that's the thing we're looking at now. I'm looking for him to take me as his own. You know what another form that we have that we use today that people can use? It's called adoption.
Yeah.
Adoption. And you ain't gonna believe how you get adoption. Paperwork. That's why I take the scripture. See, everything these hypocrite use, the man shut their mouth. When you go and say this your adopted son, adopted daughter, a lot of times you go to play, you go register somewhere, you're going to need paperwork. I got the book right here.
That's right.
Ain't that right? However you want to go with it, I can prove mine out.
Yes, sir.
Ain't that right? I got paperwork. They prove out if I do the work 7, I'm Miss Ben.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Are we all right?
Yes, sir.
That's the truth. Yahusha proved it with Yahusha. When they testified, was his Abba not Yahusha? And they told you what his trait was. A carpenter's son. Which means the man could build. And the man jumped on the scene. You know what he told to do? Said, you can destroy that tabernacle. I'll build it back. I don't know what these folks fighting was. Yahusha was his Abba. Because he did the works of him.
Yes, sir.
The book said he was a Sadat man.
Yes, sir.
What you know about Yahusha? He's all right. Sadat.
That's right.
Isn't that right? The book told he was a Sadat man. What kind of man was Yahusha?
That's right.
Which means he did the works of him.
Yes, sir.
The man was this was his adopted son by paperwork.
That's right.
You got a book written, told him to take my ring, his Ashar. Told him to take his Ashar. That kid belonged to him.
Yep.
And that kid did the work of Yahusha,
That's right.
who was also, you trade down to the bin of Daoud.
Yes, sir.
Huh? What are the people doing? At the 30th chapter of the book of Marshall Lee, I got to try to get out of here. Book right, though.
Yes, sir.
See, they start talking about this confusing. This confusing to the carnal mind. When he bring the firstborn, this is going to be a problem. Firstborn into the world, then he said, pay attention, he bring the firstborn. What the firstborn mean? Not second, third. Not fourth, sixth, or what come out to say? 7, okay. So when he bring the firstborn into the Aratz, he told all the Malakim or Elohim to, what was it again? So he should have already been here. I'm confused. My spirit confused. He done brought the firstborn. If he brought the firstborn into the world, shouldn't have been nobody there, shouldn't it? Should have just been them two there. He was trying to show you he was already existing. You just didn't know him in that capacity. Listen, go ask this our king back before he came out and said did they know Malak Daoud? I know Daoud. I don't know Malak Daoud. Go ask them before he came in the room, did they know anointed Daoud? Mashiach. That's what it means you anoint. Ask them they know Mashiach Daoud. It'll told you, I don't know such a ish. Huh? He existed before he came into the room. They just didn't know him in that capacity. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what we're going to do. We got to make sure we get some understanding, though. We're going to be confused. This thing right now. I know it's right. Isn't that right? He want to keep going back to and just like the color mind, you just want to acknowledge the Abba, but it don't make sense to acknowledge the Abba except you know the Ben. That's how I got to know him. And you got to honor the Ben. And you look at the same position that we're trying to obtain. We got to have somebody to mimic, be like. Right? All right, let's see what happened. This is the 30th chapter of the book of Marshall Lee, 30:1. Listen to. That was Mark 12 and 12 and 5. All right, thank you. 12 and 35. Yep. That would have been 35. 28 would have talked about the law. What was the greatest of Mark? Isn't that correct? 12, 28, 29. And he was told he wasn't far from the Mount Cool. What was that? 31, 32. My mind, I'm getting old. Listen to the book.
The Dabarim of Agur, the Ben of Jakar, even the Naba, the Ish spake unto Ithiel, even unto Ithiel and Ukal, surely I am more brutish than any Ish.
Uh-oh. Y'all hear that? The man said he's more brutish than any Ish. And do what?
And have not the understanding of a Ish.
Tell me what happened.
I neither learned wisdom
What else happened?
nor have the knowledge of the Kudash.
So you got to pay attention to that. The man told you he was brutish. What is brutish, I think, kind of purely physical? What we talking about? Stupid, I guess foolish, or some point. What is brutish? Is that we say stupid? That brutish stupid there, what we say, because some form of fool stupid is not knowing, but rather not kind of walking in what you know. Now we're looking at the man saying he brutish. He kind of without, I think, in this sense. And then the man said he did what else?
And have not the understanding of a ish.
See that? He don't have the understanding of a ish, of a man. What happened?
I neither learned wisdom
And what else?
nor have the knowledge of the Kudash,
What happened?
who hath ascended up into Shamayim or descended,
Listen. Oriel 24:24. Listen.
who hath gathered the wind in his fist, who hath bound the Ma'im in a garment, who hath established all the ends of the Adumah.
What happened?
What is his Shem?
And
What is his Ben Shem, if thou canst tell?
see that? So 24:24, Oriel. Luke, they call it. What happened?
And certain of them which were with us went to the sepulchre and found it even so as the Nashim had said.
Yeah.
But him they saw not.
See that? What happened?
Then he said unto them, O fools, and slow of love,
To do what?
among all that the Nabaim have
To
spoken,
believe all that the Naba'im has spoken.
ought not Mashiach to have suffered these things,
And to do what?
enter into his kabod,
And beginning where?
at Mushah,
Why we start at Mushah? If you pay attention to the question that man asked, all these questions could be answered if you went back to Barashit. He said he didn't have no knowledge of the Abba. And he went back and wanted to know about his son. He asked you about who had stretched out, who had done all these things. He said he didn't know. So we said the same thing. Oh, fool, slow of heart, to believe all that did not even spoken. He said, ought not the Mashiach to suffer these things and to enter into his kabul? So he's going to start at Barashit. And he's going to expound on them all the Naba'im, the things concerning who?
himself.
That's what he want to know about. He want to know the son, and he want to know what was his Shem. So all the questions he had could be answered with the scripture. Wasn't no voice going to come down from Shamayim and teach it to him. Wasn't nothing else just going to happen to him and just going to radiate in his mind. This is the same thing going to do. 24:44. Listen to the book.
And he said unto them,
What did he say?
All aha dabarim,
See that? We right at Mushah. If you said these are the words, that's what Dabarim, that's what their Deuteronomy is supposed to mean. All aha Dabarim. And these are the words that I spake unto you while
I was yet with you.
that all
Things
must,
be fulfilled
which was written well,
in the Torah of Mushah,
in the Torah of Mushah,
and in the Nabaim,
and
in the Tahalim, concerning me.
see that? Then
Open he their understanding,
did they do what?
might understand the scripture.
What else you gonna do with a man in the 30th chapter of the book of Mashali that just told you that just made that statement? He just told you he was stupid. He just told you he didn't have no understanding. He just told you he didn't know who he was. He didn't just told you he didn't know who done stretched for all this alone and spread abroad by himself. He told you he didn't know his name. He told you he didn't know what his been name. And then he told you, asked you a question. Can you tell me? Questions answered. So it's gonna make sense. Well, he asked you, Barashit can answer. He's gonna give you the Abba. He's gonna tell you Barashit, Bara, Hashamayim. He's gonna start to go through and start to give you all displaying. He's gonna get down to who? It's gonna come into the creation, the bara of who? Adam. Where the Adam? Who's Adam's mother? The Aratz. And when he got up from the Aratz, and when he got up, when he's Aratz, he came from the Aratz. Signifying him being the Ben Elohim. That's how we knew the Ben Elohim. Wow, that's amazing. Because we supposed to die and we pulled the Zarak. You ain't believe what I'm trying to be. That's the only way I understand it. That's the only way I understand it. Adam was born from the Aratz. By the Debar Elohim. Which means he seeded out from the Abba. That's the same thing Yahusha tried to tell you. I came out from the Abba. I'm trying to be one of the Beni Elohim. I want what I'm going to have to do. But I said, that's all I'm trying to get. So what was he trying to get me to understand? He was trying to take away some of the Yara of Mut. This is the only way I'm going to get into credit. We call him the Ben Elohim while he was here, but we recognize him more in power and stature from his Zarok. From the well? From the dead. From the dead. That's why we understand the similitude when he tried to get us to come out from Qatar. Because Qatar was considered what kind of work? Dead work. His being, we recognize coming from the moot, the dead. That's why he will call you out from sin, because sin is a display of dead works. It don't make nothing. It can't do nothing for you. That's how you got to look at sin. He called his being out. He said when Yahusha was a ben, then, when he was a Yahweh, then I harmed him. And you don't believe what I did? I called my being, I called him out from sin. It had to be sin, because they couldn't do what he told them to do. Yahuwah said for them to go 3 Yamin in the Bamama and keep a Muhadi. Did they go and do it? See, you could do that. If I do that, it'd be Qatar for me. That thing be sin. I'm a Ben. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
See, what he would ask them to do, they couldn't do. That's sin.
Yeah.
That's why he said, I call my being out. The purpose of getting them out from Mitzrayim was to get them out of Qatar. Because I said they need to come to this mount, and here they're going to shakar me. You're not here and you're not shakar me. That be sin for me. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
It's that important to understand what solidify connection to him. See, it ain't hard to understand this stuff. People try to make it so spiritual, deep. You got all of the carnal acts that happen through the law that you can understand it from a Ruach perspective. Huh? Existed and not seen. Shema, had y'all ever seen your had before that, had he ever seen Daoud? Couldn't have. He knew there was some Benin. He was told, it's one of them I'm gonna get. One is gonna be mine. One is gonna be like me. Huh? Book said Daoud gonna be like Elohim. Huh? One of them gonna be like me. Now he went in without the knowledge of, but he knew the Abba, because that's who sent him. I just need to put my eyes so I could see the Mashiach. When they brought him into the temple, in the Makdash to do after the purification of the mother, after the time was over, in 40 Yamin, you bring in a male, you bring in a Ish, a male, a Yarlin. After it was completed, when Simeon saw him, he didn't believe what he told him. He was ready to die. He said, my eye done seen him. I done seen the anointing of Yahuwah. He ready to die. He said, that's all I'm waiting on to do was to see him. Huh? When Samuel, you the only man, he said that boy walk in the room and say, you ain't gonna believe it was, he was ready. Man just came in from the outside. And he was ready, just like Adam was. All he was a younger feature of Adam. Everybody statured out to him. Everybody configured right out to this man that it ain't hard to see. Your Uganon showed her that you could see him with knowing right off the scene when he come up on you. When he said the next June he came, he told him, behold, the Lamb of Elohim. You know where he got that from? He got it from Abraham. How did Abraham know to leave his bin and go and kill the one tied in the thicket? He saw around. He said, well, right behind him. That thing was right behind him. Isn't that right? He knew. So that set us a similitude. We should have been looking for a bin, be caught up in the thicket. That's him. Huh? Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, the whole thing been set up for a long time. This ain't hard to see it if you want to see it. But if you struggling with some things and fighting with some stuff that you trying to do outside of what you construct you do, it's going to be hard to see this. I ain't got no problem with no father and no son.
That's right.
Isn't that right? He came along and told you, just like he bared us up when he came out. You know what he said? It was just like? He said, just like a father when he carried his son. Man, you get your little boy and just stick him on and bring him on. And you know he ain't got to worry about he going to dare his shoulder. Ain't nobody going to mess with you.
That's right.
Hey, you ain't gonna have to worry about no ravening beast. I got you. Isn't that right? Yes, and you're coming to the son. And a son have a lot of care, respect to his abba. The way a son would look to his father, that's why you look at that relationship or correlated. He looked at his father, nobody bigger than my daddy. Nobody can beat my daddy. My daddy could do. My daddy could go. My daddy could buy. My dad. He said, I want you to look to me like that. In the book of Malachi that they call Malachi 1 and about 6, he said a son honor his abba. He said, if I be an abba, he said, where's my honor? And if I be a don, where is my yara? Because they knew the relationship of a father and a son. Then he came along and told you, rebuke not an elder, but entreat him. You ain't supposed to reprimand me or no older man. He's supposed to treat him as a father. I mean, you're supposed to have the fear of him like a father. Because that's the same thing he told you supposed to have him. Because I know y'all, you young, y'all just do stuff anyway, mouth, just get to run out doing stuff. You wouldn't do that with your father, would you? Then he said, then where's my fear? He want to know where was his honor. Yeah. He said, this stuff you got that you bring me, you take that stuff to your governors. Take it to your rulers and see if they'll accept it. See if they'll take partial payments. See if they'll come and take stuff insufficient. He said, don't bring it to me. Isn't that right? He let you know they won't take it. Them folks tell you and say, pay in full. They don't want no payment. Huh? They sent a letter and said, demand letter. We're trying to get all of it. We ain't working no payment plans out with. They come down to live it right, ain't no other plan but the plan of salvation. You got to put everything you got up right now. Yeah. He ain't taking no partial payment. I'm going to start smoking but keep lying. Quit drinking but keep lusting. Pay in full. When y'all read this book, this is a demand letter. He's not asking for your consensus on it. It's a demand letter. Your soul, your nefesh, going to be required. Got to get it right. We done done a lot of playing around here. It done got late now. Done got real late. We got to try to get this thing right. Got here winding down on them. You don't know when the next service come and you won't be here. Not because I party way with you, because time come and got you. Won't be but a little bit of time, Mr. Yahusha start snatching from this adult him. Y'all know that? It happen all the time. One of the Malachi will come in. You ain't gonna believe what they will tell their wife, what they'll tell their shah to do. Tell them quick, fetch one of the kids from the adult and want them to kill it. Kill it. Can you imagine that? When the Abba get hungry, listen, I don't know what I'm doing with y'all. I don't know what I'm doing with y'all. You can go ask Rebecca about it. When Yasakar wanted his men to go out and get him one of the cooking venison, she said she heard it. She told him, quick, go take one from the flock. Go take one from the flock and kill it and bring it in. You don't know when Mr. Yahuwah going to want to kill from their flock because the father done called for something. And you don't believe it, you got to be quick with it too. That'll be real quick. It's just a matter of time for the father to desire one of us to tell her. And she said, look, quick, kill it. Take it from among the adult. Our people leaving here every uniform, but make sure you're right. That thing winding up. Y'all don't play and procrastinate a whole lot. That thing getting locked. That thing getting real close to end up. You know, I told you, the number getting smaller. They ain't getting smaller for a reason. After a while, y'all gonna see, it's gonna be a drove of people after a while coming. Y'all saw these storms coming and this destruction coming. I don't know how you got time to be drinking. I don't know how you got time to be lying. I don't know how you got time to be smoking and mixing no junk at midnight run. It's too late in the evening now. When I was out in the street, it was late then, and we never seen a disaster we seen now. If it ever been a time you need to turn, it need to be now. That man let you get hooked up down there and let your mind get turned, and you can't get turned around quick enough or fast enough before you know it. You got to keep going. Man, I done been out there before driving truck and seen somewhere you say you should have turned, and you look, you said, you keep running. You know what you keep saying? I know I should have turned around then. I have done that and been pissed because I done went too far down the road. And then when I finally get turned around, you know what I look at? I'm behind. Now I got to try to run to catch up where I need to be. You don't want to get caught in that position out here. Anybody ever had that happen before? How many times you regret saying yourself, some told you should have turned around then, but you were looking for something better. And now you got to go further down the road. That's all right, natural. It won't work with the Ruach. That man calling you now, telling you turn around now. You get further down that road, you ain't going to be able to turn around. This union right here is a good union to get yourself right with Mr. Yahuwah. That's good.